Hi everybody, we're back, and we're joined with a very special guest, Terri Huxley.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Living. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You've got to be by far the most influential guest we've had on our podcast.
Ooh, holy.
But I mean, that's not saying much. We've had some pretty big idiots on the show.
In fact, it's mostly idiots.
Yes.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I feel so loved. It's great.
So to have somebody with some credibility it's pretty important.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It means a lot. So thanks for making the drive out.
Yeah, no problem. It's only an hour away, so why not?
Yeah.
Exactly. Where are you living? Right in Stettler?
Delia now.
Delia.
Mm-hmm.
Good old town.
Oh, yeah. Lots of fun there.
And then you work for?
The East Central Alberta Review newspaper. That's my full-time gig, and yeah.
Mostly photography, or you write for them as well?
Mostly writing, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the photography is more like the side thing right now, but yeah, I don't know. I put on multiple hats. It's kind of here, there, and everywhere, but
Nice.
yeah.
So what, I've read a couple of your articles, but what do you mostly write on?
Oh, well, it's like watching paint dry, but municipal council meetings.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, literally. But like once you know what's going on, you're kind of like, ooh, like this can be like really hot tea going on. Like, because you never realize how like idiotic some people can be. Yeah,
like the local sort of gossip
Seriously.
at the municipal level, I'm sure is just.
Yeah.
Like I do a fair bit of work for the towns around here for Linden, Acme, Carbon.
Right.
So I get to know like the public works fairly well.
Yep.
And you hear a lot of BS that goes in the office. Like it's
Literally.
and that's just at the low level. You got your CAOs and stuff like that. And it just it seems a lot of the problems are just bitchy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They're so pointless. Like, do you know how many eye rolls I give in a single meeting over the span of like 2 hours?
12 to 15.
Oh, at least. Like
Minimum.
Oh, it's brutal. Yeah, like literally my Uncle Jim, I don't know if you guys know him, but like I have pretty strong roots in Carbon, and yeah, he was like the public works foreman for
Jim
Pears.
I think I've heard of him. Like I've only been working in Carbon for about 3 years, and that was probably years ago that he was.
Yeah, like he quit probably retired 3 or 4 years ago now, but yeah, he literally was like, I can't stand the mayor. I'm going to retire now. I'm like, okay, you go, Uncle Jim. Like,
that's fair. It's it's just too much bullshit. But if you're on the outside and you can report on it, and
try to keep stay on the fence line type thing, try to be unbiased.
Yeah, try not to piss anyone off.
Yeah,
exactly.
Literally. Oh, yeah, like, it's hilarious, though, because, like, most of the time, the people that I piss off the most are always, like, middle-aged white men.
They don't like change.
No, not at all. Literally, okay, I've talked about this before on my podcast, but basically, I had this one meeting. I'm not going to say which county it was, but it was a little bit further up north. And, let's just say there was a lot of sexism going on, but, it was really, rough.
I think I listened to that podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild, because literally, guess who picked it up, though?
Who?
Danielle freaking Smith.
Oh, wow.
She read the story, and then she talked to the lady that was called a housewife.
Yeah.
And, like, interviewed her on her podcast, a couple years ago when this came out.
Oh,
but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane. Like, because they were like, yeah, we want the Reeve to step down. Like, it was a whole thing. I'm like... But yeah, like he had the audacity to say that I wasn't even in the room when this whole thing happened.
Oh.
And I was like, you're joking.
What an asshole.
Oh, literally.
Trying to cover his tracks.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, it still grinds my gears a little bit, but it's fine.
Well, there's all that sort of shit happens everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me. It is surprising. I wish it wouldn't happen, but it doesn't surprise me that it's happening even our local counties.
Yeah, like rural Alberta, it's still pretty strong, not gonna lie. So, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's why
we're getting better out there.
We're getting better.
Exactly.
More informed.
Yeah.
Yes, it's totally fine.
And that's what this podcast is all about.
Totally
informing the public.
Informing the public. Hey, man out there, just remember.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
You want some water? I have waters.
Ooh.
I might partake in a Smart Water.
Yeah.
Hopefully Smart Water is vegan.
Is it vegan?
I have no idea.
It's It's water. Like, I didn't know he could be.
Can it be or not be vegan? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, do the fish need it? Like,
Hey, maybe it's not vegan because that fish is now drying up.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's not vegan.
I wasn't vegan before. It's all good.
frick.
So how has your podcast been doing?
Pretty okay. I haven't put a lot of effort into it. Like, I want to do more, but there's been a lot of other changes going on in my world. Just trying to like stay on top of, everyday newspaper job, and then like the photos. That's been a big thing this year. Lots of work that way. I've been helping this big like economic development company like work for Special Areas Hannah in Youngstown. So just a little bit further out east, but yeah, it's been pretty crazy this whole year. Yeah.
Well, I can tell that. Well, it sure seems like your quality is a lot more than, because we really crank out the quantity. We're not all for quality here at Brothers
No,
Radio.
not so much.
That's okay.
But when did we start this? August?
Yes.
And this will be the 36th episode?
30, yeah, that's right.
So we
36,
just we try to put out 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
So we'll wake up sometimes 6 a.m. before work. We're fairly...
It starts out really slow.
It starts out rough, but by the end we're firing like.
But we got a pot of coffee in us before we even start, and then another one on the go.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, it's rough going. Yeah.
That's awesome though. Yeah, I listened to a couple before I came here because I was like, okay, what do these guys actually talk about? Like, what do they do all day? Like, I
Honestly,
see these videos.
Couldn't tell you.
But we're pretty good at. We're fairly inquisitive. We like asking questions. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, but I figured it out. I figured out what our podcast is. It's like if you've ever gone to like a buddy's house and just had a couple beers in his garage. That's what this podcast is. It's that experience, but for everyone in the world to hear.
Really, we should have named it Brothers Garage.
Brothers Garage.
Ooh.
Well, we could rebrand sometime.
You totally could.
Or, like the old... you'd see those steel signs you'd buy at secondhand stores. It'd be like the Busted Knuckle Garage.
Yeah.
Well, we could have Brothers Radio, but like have the, the Busted Knuckle holding the wrenches and shit. I don't know. Now we're just coming up with T-shirt ideas. This is all we do.
Yeah. Literally, though. You got to have some merch going. I know that's on my kind of radar eventually, too. So, like, why not?
Well, I think like the 4th episode or something, I think Russell Malacca messaged us. He's like, when's the merch drop?
Yeah, that guy would rock a couple T-shirts.
Yeah. For sure. Literally. He'd wear them loud and proud.
Yeah, literally. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
See, the first T-shirt, if we decide to make T-shirts, the first one I want to make should just say, and there'll be a black T-shirt in white letters. It just says, I got my asshole resized in the Nanton, Alberta Flying J, and all I got with this lousy T-shirt.
I don't know how that all got started.
I don't know. We were rather ripped the one night, I believe.
That's all the best content comes.
I think I have it written down somewhere. I think I have T-shirt ideas, and that's the top one.
Yeah.
Love it.
Imagine you show up to a party and there's a guy just wearing a shirt that says that. Got my asshole resized, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Lots of looks, lots of high fives.
Oh yeah. Like imagine seeing that T-shirt and be like, oh, that guy listens to Brothers Radio.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because I've totally seen like I bought a few sweaters and T-shirts off Instagram, guys in the States, and I've seen them in clubs and stuff. This was a couple of years ago, and I'm like, oh, you follow that guy? I'm like, yeah, man. So you end up talking to the guy for 5 minutes, and you made a connection through somebody on social media, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I really like Cowboy Shit's new merch. That stuff is really nice. Yeah.
Cowboy Shits. Who's that?
Just Cowboy Shit. It's
they're just a apparel brand, or
no, they're an actual podcast.
Oh, they are.
So,
okay.
Yeah. No, they got these 3 guys that are kind of higher up in the whole rodeo situation. And,
who are they? Is that?
Oh, there's Ted Stoven, and then Wasey Anderson, and another guy. I forget who it is. I don't listen to it that often, but honestly, I just like the merch. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get like merch. This sweet.
Because what's his name? Dale Brisby.
Yeah.
I bought one of his hats one time,
nice.
And now I heard he has a podcast going too.
Oh yeah, he had a TV show on Netflix. Like it's insane. Like How to Be a Cowboy or something like that.
No, we were watching. What's the big rodeo that was in Las Vegas last weekend? What's
like
it called?
It's NFR.
Yeah, NFR.
It's almost done.
Yeah. So the NFR, he has a commercial for feed.
Yeah, literally.
And it was
how did
super
it go?
catchy. It was so fucking funny.
What was the slogan for that? Oh shit! You could probably Google it.
Yeah, you should try and find that stupid commercial. But it was so catchy. It was like,
where are we going here? What's the guy's name again? Dale
Brisby.
Brisby Seed. Was it Sneed Seed and Feed?
Something.
Formerly owned by Chuck.
Wow. Oh,
no,
man.
it was.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I remembered what it was. But it was so catchy.
Yeah.
I almost went out and bought a bag of feed.
Damn. What a great sales guy, you know? Just
and
being
he's
himself.
the classiest guy.
Yeah, literally.
And some nice merch, dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Guess what my brother did not too long ago?
How is your brother doing?
Yeah, he's doing all right. Yeah, just living that oil field dream, I guess, up at Big Valley. So
nice,
lots of fun.
What do you end up doing?
Oh, I don't even remember, honestly. He doesn't tell me a whole lot anymore because he's like, I'm so busy now. I gotta I have to go to work. Like, I'm a man. I'm like, okay.
Paying my taxes and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool, Anthony. He literally.
Oh yeah, Tony. I know Tony.
Yeah, sorry. I'm like, literally, me, my mom, and my grandma are the only people that call him Anthony. Everyone else is Tony. And I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, I remember when he first started going with that, just saying, introducing himself as Tony. And he came up to me the one time and he's like, my name's Tony now. And I'm like, no, it's fucking not.
Yeah.
It's like, don't even come out here with this shit.
Shut up, Anthony.
Yeah, literally, I'm pretty sure that's what I said. But anyway, he got a tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
And he was so inspired by Dale Brisby. He literally got Old Sun on his under lip.
No, inside his lip?
Yeah, inside, yeah.
God.
Yeah, I think it's still there, but he's like, oh, it'll be gone in a couple of years. It's fine. And no one's going to know unless I drop it down. So I'm like, okay, cool. Do your thing, bro. I guess. Old
Sun. Yeah. That would... I've looked at those tattoos on the inside of your lip. They look painful as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it.
I think he said it was decent, I guess. It wasn't obviously a joy to do, but doable.
But I mean, he was probably drunk at the time when he got it. So
100%. 100%.
So probably didn't hurt that bad.
Yeah.
Did you find that ad yet?
I see a bunch of Dale Brisby shit here, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not showing anything about his seed business.
No, feed. Not seed. Feed.
Oh, it's a feed. Oh, sorry.
Well, maybe check YouTube too, because sometimes people upload that shit after they see
Dale
it.
Brisby feed commercial. See what pops up. Because it was fire. I laughed so hard.
Yeah. Ooh, have you guys seen Yellowstone yet?
I've watched every episode.
I have not yet started that.
Waiting for tomorrow. Well, I can't because I watched it with my girlfriend and she left for work. So
no.
I know I have to wait till she gets back or else she'll murder
you
my
can't
ass.
And you can't cheat on her with the show.
No.
If you
she'll know. She'll fucking know.
She'll know instantly.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, don't cross that line.
Why aren't you surprised? Have you seen this already?
Are you cheating on me?
That's with Rip. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, he is so good looking.
He's so fine.
And then I had no idea that was him in Too Fast, Too Furious.
Right? Yes.
Because he's all bearded up and cowboyed up. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, just a regular old cowboy. Later I find out that's him from Too Fast, Too Furious. What's his name? Carlos something?
Yeah,
I think that's his character's name. But
yeah.
Oh, stud.
Yeah.
Absolute stud. And he is just taking over TikTok right now.
Oh, literally though. I'm like, it's a good though. It's nice to see some different type of stuff versus all the, left wing, whatever kind of content you see all the time.
Exactly.
It's just nice to see something familiar, you know?
Yeah. And it's nice to see something familiar that's just taking over.
I
like that.
It's very popular. You know what I really like is how the sort of Western music, not necessarily country, but old style Western music is making a comeback, in the form of Colter Wall
hell yeah.
and these younger fellas, right? I love it.
Oh yeah. No, it's great. I know I had a friend of mine, so it's like a friend of a friend, but she moved to Saskatchewan, southern corner there.
Yeah.
And she actually got to do a branding with Colter Wall. I was like, you're joking.
Wow.
That's badass.
I was like, this is so cool. And then, I heard him on Yellowstone and I was just like, this just made my day. The more people that can hear about this guy and a whole bunch of other artists in that genre, I just love it.
I love it.
A while back, Joe Rogan tried to get him on his podcast and he reached out to his
his manager or something.
His manager, he's like, oh no, he's out branding in Montana somewhere.
Nice.
So he'll be back in the spring or something.
Yeah.
He's out ranching.
Yeah, like
busy
he
ranching.
must stay pretty close to his roots, which is pretty commendable.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. Nice to get that representation of Canada too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I feel this part of Canada, it doesn't usually get represented in popular media. When people think of Canada, especially when Americans think of Canada, they just assume like Toronto. Yeah. Which is fair because it's like half of the entire country lives there.
Literally.
But there's so much more to this country.
Oh, literally though, and a lot of the big movies they're filmed here in Alberta.
Absolutely.
Like it's
Brokeback
a wild
Mountain.
That's an absolute classic.
I went in there thinking that was a Western.
Yeah. No.
Boy, was I surprised.
Yeah.
I want to see a guy in a white hat shooting a guy in a black hat, and
yeah, no, not what you got.
that was a lot of man love.
Yeah.
Our dad has a couple old big trucks, a Kenworth and a Peterbilt, and the movies hired the trucks for 2 days.
cool.
I think he took the Kenworth to Calgary, and then they took they came and picked up the Peterbilt from here and went out east. Where'd they go?
Well, no, first they used that truck in Didsbury. Because they're doing a lot of filming there, Didsbury has that really scenic main street, all the old brick buildings and everything.
The old bank. And
But then, they took that truck and they went down to Drumheller, I think. Yep. And so they did some filming down there too.
Of course.
So yeah.
They needed a crack den, so they went to Nachmine. Yeah, I said it.
Authentic.
Whoa.
Hey, if you want the authentic crack den, that's the place.
That's the place. That or East Cooley.
Yeah.
It's not much better. I think East Cooley's worse.
It's about the same on it. Like Nachmine, slightly better, but like I go to Drum 2 or 3 times a week, and I'm just like, I think about this a lot actually. I'm like, compared to like 10 years ago though, it's actually improved a lot. Like you'd be surprised. Like it was in the new Ghostbusters. Like the majority of that movie was there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But
did they do a little filming in Bisker as well?
For that, yes, they did. Because there's that neon sign sort of on the main drag through Bicycle. It says motel.
Yeah.
So they kind of used that for a shot, I think, for some part.
I know there's like, they used Whiffs. Like, have you been to that restaurant?
Yeah. Whiff's Hangover House.
Yeah. I haven't heard it called that, but yeah, Whiffs is like the bomb. Best breakfast food you'll ever have.
They got the little trains running around on tracks up there. Oh, yeah.
It's the best.
Best place to treat a hangover.
Oh, absolutely. My favorite part about that train is how it like goes through the wall and just goes around and around and around. I could watch that thing for hours.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
I'm easily entertained by trains.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, it's a lot like the Blackfoot Diner down in Calgary.
Yeah.
They closed that, did they not?
No, it's still open.
Is it?
Well, last I heard, last time I was there was...
That sucker's closed.
Shit, it's done now? You sure?
Pretty sure.
Because I was there like 6 months ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Then
the
I'm
trains
wrong.
we're running though. I was pissed.
That's the sign.
So
We're
I
not
was
doing
like,
well.
yeah, business isn't booming. They can't pay enough electricity to keep the flipping train going.
No, actually, it's not electricity. They actually hire a guy. He's the conductor, and he just runs the train around.
Yeah. That's a wicked gig. Where do I sign up for that job?
Literally.
Man, I'd do it for $20 a day. That'd be a sweet gig. As long as I get free pancakes.
I'm a train conductor. Oh yeah, what kind of train? Like for CN? No, for a little diner. To run the model trains in the diner.
Yeah. It only goes one way. It's pretty easy.
I can put it in reverse, but it's it does the same thing just backwards.
You don't even. It's only one track. We're not even switching tracks or anything.
No. It's really just flipping a button. Yeah. Really, like.
But hey, you got to take pride in your work.
Yeah. Oh. 100%. Oh man.
I think the last time I was in there, I was probably 10 or 12. I think we wheeled in there with the truck, Dad and I.
Yep.
Never went back.
Dang.
And they had this, Dad talks about this waitress that worked there, and she worked there for like 30 years.
She's probably still working there.
No, she
quit?
Yeah, I think she may have passed away.
Oh.
But like worked to death, but worked there forever.
Yeah, but hey, you got to take pride in your work.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
That's what it's all about.
It's literally.
There's a few faces like that. Like, at the Torrington dump, there's this, I don't know if this old lady still works there.
I don't know.
I think her name's B.
Yeah.
She's worked there forever, and I don't know if she works there anymore.
But she was there for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Even just our local dump guy here at Linden. What, 25, 30 years?
Holy.
25 for sure.
Just Respect the dump people.
Yeah, sorry. No, they get mad if you call it the dump now. It's the landfill.
Yeah, the transfer station.
Transfer station. Yes, this isn't the landfill. Landfill's out that
waste
way.
station.
Transfer station. Waste
How
management.
dare you call me a dump guy?
Yeah.
You're the fucking dump guy.
I'm a waste manager. Yeah, shut up. You're the dump guy.
Yeah.
We still love you.
But, yeah,
Yeah, you're the dump guy.
you're the dump guy, and that's just how it is.
Trying to use all this soft language.
Nah.
I hate it.
I ain't about it. You're the dump guy.
I like simple titles.
Yes. We all know. Yeah.
Yeah, like what do they call it? A neurosurgeon now? Back in my day, we just call it a butcher.
Oh my god.
Simple titles.
Keep it simple.
I don't know what neuropathy is.
These big terms, they just scare me.
Yeah.
Doesn't make. I don't want to go to the doctor. Just
These
call it like it is.
Big city folk terms. I don't know how this works.
A couple of country bumpkins out here.
All good. It's okay.
That's your people.
Yeah, it is. Frick, I went out east. Like, that's the opposite of going to the city. Like,
Exactly.
literally cowboy country. It's it's wild. The shit that happens out there. You're like, wow.
I used to date this girl from Veteran
Yep.
out that way, and she thought I was a city boy.
No.
She's like, "You're such a city boy." I'm like, "What? I'm like an hour away from Calgary." She's like, "Yeah, I'm 5."
Yeah, literally though. Veterans far. That's
It's
a
that's
drive.
middle of nowhere.
That
out
hurt.
there.
That must have really hurt.
It did. we broke up not long after that.
Ouch. It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be. I was too much of a city boy for her.
Shoot, hey. Oh.
I knew what Star Wars was.
Yeah. Yeah, too much. Literally though, it's like, the running joke over there is like, oh, you're in special areas. It must be real. You're all real special over there. But yeah,
it's true.
It just
Oh, it's true. Those are some special areas.
Oh, I actually like it out there though.
It's very nice. I do like it.
It's really pretty. But yeah.
The one thing that bugs me about Saskatchewan, everybody thinks Saskatchewan is so flat. Yet have you ever drove between Hannah and the border?
Oh yeah.
Alberta, Saskatchewan
quite
border?
a bit. Yeah.
That's a flat fucking piece of land.
It is.
Like Alberta can be pretty flat too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But we got mountains on one side, so we can like cop out. We're like, oh, we got the mountains. Yeah, but one half of the province is flat, just as flat as Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Oh, literally though, it's an extension of Saskatchewan, really.
I like it out there though. It's
It's nice and calm. I just like how open it is. Like there's literally nothing stopping you. Like you can see your dog run away for 3 days. Like,
Beautiful.
Your dog doesn't even want to run away from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Where the hell is he gonna go?
Like, where am I gonna go?
Literally just to the neighbors. Like that's as close as you can
Yeah,
get.
that's 3 miles away, 4 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
He's panting by the time he gets there. So, fuck. Okay, I'm going back.
Yeah. Oh.
It's cool when you even get off the pavement and start taking the gravel roads and you see hardly any power lines. Like it's a bit of a blast from the past out there.
It really is.
Not saying you don't have your cell service out there, but
Yeah.
it's definitely different. We got a lot of infrastructure out here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, even in the last, I'd say 10 to 15 years, you can definitely see how more developed the corridor between Edmonton and Calgary has gotten.
Oh, totally.
It's very, I wouldn't say disheartening, but it's like, you kind of feel like you're losing something in a way.
Well, recently we came out of the Stone Ages. We got cell service here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Before
Good
it
job.
used to just skip over the hill. We could never get cell service.
Right.
About a year ago, could put a tower up in Linden.
Yeah, that
It's a good
5G.
day. Oh, watch out.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh yeah, I feel the tumors growing in me right now.
Yeah, but I can scroll Instagram anywhere, so I don't give a fuck.
I can watch.
Priorities.
I'm watching HD Scooby Doo, so
On my 4th round of chemo.
Oh my god.
so I'm living.
God.
Watching HD Scooby Doo on my 4th round of chemo. Thank God for 5G towers.
Oh my god. Done. I can't. Wild.
Sorry if anybody's battling cancer out there. We're here for you.
Yeah.
But I tend to make fun of everything. So
Yeah. Well, if you are on chemo, watch some Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Cheer you up.
Graham and I recently watched the first animated Scooby Doo. No, the first live action animated.
Yeah, that was
Oh yeah.
several weeks ago. That was a good one.
With I can't remember any.
Well, Freddie Prinze Jr. plays Fred.
Yeah, and then
That girl from Freaks and Geeks plays Velma.
Yeah, Matthew Lizard. Like it's not Lizard though. It's like
Lazard.
Yeah, like
He's French.
You gotta add the little.
And Rowan Atkinson.
Oh yeah, Rowan Atkinson's in there.
Forget?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who plays Shaggy is pretty good in there.
Mm.
Like Scoob. Like, fuck all this ghost shit, man. Let's go make a big sandwich.
Good, lots of golden quotes in there though.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
you know, like you don't realize it as a kid, but you watch that as an adult, you realize there is so much shit in there that you miss.
literally though.
Like the girl, the love interest, Shaggy's love interest's name is literally Mary Jane.
I forgot about that.
At one point, like early in the movie, Shaggy and Scoob are on the beach in a hippie van, like talking about how baked they're getting when they're actually just like roasting salami over a fire or something like that. It's like, oh man, I'm getting so baked here. And then they're just cooking salami. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Well, I found out actually. Okay, so I watch a lot of TikTok, and there's some good information in there if you know like how to sort through it and everything. But they were talking about that movie, and basically they explained that it was originally supposed to be an R-rated film, and they dropped it to PG. Like,
Well, that
how do you,
explains
like,
why Daphne was dressed the way she was the entire time.
Seriously though, yeah.
Wait, no, that makes sense because you remember, so we were watching it and I turned to him and said, this whole thing feels like it's about to turn into a porno.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
entire time.
That's right. It's like one step away from just Freddie ripping all his clothes off.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was wild. Like, I don't even know how they managed that though, because there is
Oh,
so
boy.
many innuendos and like
Oh.
everything else. You're just like, whoa, like
This is a kid's
what?
movie?
Yeah, it's
great.
wild.
Another one we watched recently, Osmosis Jones.
Oh,
You remember that
loved
one?
that one.
It's
Yeah.
such a good movie.
I don't know why we started talking about it at the dinner table, but we're like, all right, this is the plan after supper.
We're watching that.
Dishes, Osmosis Jones.
Clean the kitchen, then we're watching Osmosis Jones.
What a watch.
It's such a great movie. The best part is how everything's animated.
Yeah.
Because it's all at like the cellular level, everything's goopy. So they're just like, when the door opens, it's actually just a membrane that just
Yes.
opens, blip, and they walk through
Love
it.
I like how he parallel parks his car. He just like jams it into the other car. And
Yeah.
everything's just like,
Yeah, nothing dense because it's all made of goop.
yeah. That was
So
the
good.
best.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't lick an egg from a gorilla at the zoo, I guess. Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, a little chimp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just like how the whole thing is set in Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yes.
The city of Frank. Welcome to Frank.
Yeah.
Great film.
Yeah.
What made you want to get into podcasting?
Well, I was doing this like group stuff with I don't know. So I actually met this one person from another podcast that I really liked. Hers is just called The Diary of an Empath. And basically it kind of got into all her group stuff, and we were talking the one day and she's like, "You have a really nice voice." And I was like, "Really? Thank you." And I was already kind of thinking about starting one. There's nothing that really like, you know, made me decide like, yes, this is exactly what I'm going to do until she said that. And then I was like, yeah, let's just start this. Let's do this. Let's like figure this shit out and go for it. Like, why not? Like, yeah. So
Gave it a shot.
Gave it a shot, and by God, it stuck.
Exactly.
How long have you
Yeah.
been doing it for?
Just over a year now. My
Nice.
year was in October, but I've only put out like 9 episodes. So it's like I said, it's not like my main priority right now, but I definitely want to like build up and
Yeah.
eventually get there to like, you know, weekly or something just for now. And
Yep.
yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're hoping is just
Yeah.
see where it goes. We're having fun doing it. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point,
Of course,
right?
in your case, your podcasts are a lot more in depth. Like you'll pick a topic and you'll write bullet points or whatever, and really go into it. Whereas we're completely unscripted. So it's a lot easier to crank out content in this way when you just all you got to do is be there.
Yeah. Oh, true. But it's kind of nice to like understand how people like work and think, and you know, like because some people, it's nice for them to connect because that's how you gain an audience too, right? Because if you think similarly, you say, "Hey, yeah, I was thinking about that too," and da 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 da, right? Like you can build off of that. It's
Yeah.
simple, but it works, and
It
like.
is.
You hear about that on regular radio stations. Basically, they have a couple bullet points and that's it. But
Yeah.
like, you know what? You can talk about whatever the hell you want on here. It's great.
Yeah,
Exactly. Nobody's telling us to not talk about something.
that's right.
We're,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's sure fun getting getting your friends on.
Just the regular working stiffs.
That's right.
Documenting what it's like to be a rural Albertan.
Seriously though, yeah. Like this is a really good capture of that. Because like I remembered when I was listening to it earlier this week, and I was like, yeah, I can literally picture myself sitting in an old garage like we're doing right now.
Yep.
And just like chatting away over beer or something. Like it felt very, very authentic to what you're about. So
absolutely, it's more of a it's like a time capsule.
Yeah.
You know, if the servers holding our episodes like make it through the apocalypse or whatever, then like imagine archaeologists 1,000 years in the future like digging up the server, downloading the information, and they're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Or finding your MSI computer under some rubble and fire the thing up. Jesus.
Man, times must have been really good then. Guys would just sit around a table and drink beer and then post it on the internet.
Wild.
We could be like Socrates.
Yeah, we're philosophers.
Totally.
100%.
Yeah. Well, judging by your whole, what was it, like narwhal conversation last time, I actually learned something that day. I was like, huh, who knew? It like went through the
Yeah, it goes right through
face.
the lip.
Yeah, the lip.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Ukrainian unicorns. No, Norwegian unicorns.
Norwegian.
No, Ukrainian unicorn is, well, that's just a Ukrainian woman with bad teeth.
Oh, yikes.
Ouch. Sorry to all our Ukrainian women out
all
there.
the Ukrainians who listen to us.
So sorry.
If you're listening and you're Ukrainian, go make some pierogies. Fuck off.
Whoa.
I'm just joking.
No.
So do you upload through Anchor? Is that what you...
No, I use Buzzsprout.
Did you take a look at that, Gump?
No.
Yeah. All the, work aspect of this, he does all of it. I just
talk.
Yeah, and
I'm the
pay for the
nerd.
power.
Fair. That's
He's got the
deal.
power bill.
Yeah, you got the power bill. He does all the work. So.
No, there is lots of different services you can use to host your podcasts off of, and they're most of them are pretty much the same. I think we just went with Anchor because it's super simple.
Oh yeah.
But the beauty thing is you can always change from one to the next. You just have to you do a little jerry rigging and you can make it work.
Yeah, exactly.
We're hoping that one day they can bring some sort of payment into this country. We're not
so
making
Anchor,
a dime off this. This is just for fun.
Yeah, so in the United States, Anchor will they'll run ads or they'll sponsor ads for your podcast to do. They don't have that service available in Canada right now, but one day, maybe one day.
Well, I know there's like Patreon. That's a good way to do it if you wanted to start right now.
Yeah,
I think it'd be great. People do want to support. I think it's important, and you can do as simple as like $2 a month if you want to set it up that way.
Exactly. Well, we got supported with Bud Light. That's a pretty good.
So far, it's working pretty
It's
good.
working out pretty good.
Yeah.
Not buy Bud Light, but people bring Bud Light.
I think
you brought some
for the last, I think for the last like 3 times we've had guests on, they've brought Bud Light.
That's right. Dylan brought a box. Russell has brought a box.
Yeah.
Did Kelly and Sean bring a box?
I think so.
They might have brought a box.
You've brought a box.
Hell yeah.
This is just kind of an unspoken thing now.
Yeah. Everyone that's listening better watch out. Better bring some beer if you're gonna come over
Yeah,
here.
if you come over here and you don't have a box of Bud Light, we're kicking you out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, that's the entrance fee.
Really, we should be stapling the Bud Light boxes to the wall. Every Bud Light box.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
And get like a signature on it.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Hey,
We could do something with signatures. The Bud Light box is a little
it's a little too frat
college
boyish.
Yeah.
college dorm for me. I've seen
Yeah.
that before, and it's always smells like beer and
It's gross.
dirty boys.
Yeah, there was this one. I went to this one party at Mount Royal, and those guys had done that. It was a 4-man apartment, and the entire like entertainment center wall, it's probably about this big, was just covered in beer boxes, all different kinds. And that place was awful.
Yeah.
Just smelled like a bottle depot, the whole place.
Ugh. No.
And those guys were playing Fortnite at the time, and I was like, Jesus Christ,
Gross.
these guys are losers.
Literally, okay, so I graduated from state, and I was one of the RAs, all right? So I was the
fun.
hall monitor lady.
Oh, hell yeah.
But literally, everyone loved me because I never, actually gave anyone shit.
Nice.
It's just, literally one time I had to hide from So I was at this party, literally across from my room, but I wasn't like on call that night. I wasn't working. And so I had one of my friends, like they had to check in and be like, hey, turn the music down. But literally I had to like scramble to hide behind a couch, like between the window and the couch, just to make sure that I was like not gonna get caught, because I'm like, ooh, this could not go well. If
were you at the party?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, it would have looked pretty bad if one of the RAs is partying it up at this absolute rager.
That's awesome.
Literally though, but they're like, yeah, you're the cool CA. I was like, oh, thanks. Like, appreciate it.
Well, there's a bit of give and take when it comes to that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I had an RA who was like a total surfer bum guy.
Nice.
That guy didn't give a fuck, and his roommate would smoke weed in his room, and he didn't care.
Of course.
Like they were the next townhouse next to me, so it would waft into my window. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like the roommate's just getting high as fuck.
Yeah.
That was his roommate?
Yeah,
That's
and I'm
sweet.
pretty sure the RA was probably doing the same thing.
Oh,
or
yeah.
if he wasn't, he just didn't care.
Yeah. Was that at Lakeland or like?
No, at Mount Royal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Fun stuff.
What did you go to state for?
For the journalism. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
What, a 2-year program?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, actually I didn't mind it at all, honestly. It was good.
I always ask people that went to school if they enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Like you ask Gump, did you enjoy school, Gump?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Cool.
It was cool.
The class part was probably the only thing you enjoyed.
I enjoyed the actual schooling part. I didn't really enjoy the social aspect too much.
No?
Not real. Like, it was good, but I don't know. There's so many people who just seem like really brainless who go to university, but it's like, should these people really be in university, or should they be doing something else? There's a lot of people there just because their parents told them to go to university.
Yeah.
They're just brainless.
Yeah. Fair
It's
enough.
like they don't even care what program they're in. They're just there to just get drunk and party, and who cares? Daddy's paying the bills, so fuck it. And it's like, oh well, I don't really identify with that mentality, you know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So,
No, my dad was like, this is your one shot. Like, this is it. You pick this. You're going in. Like, you're finishing this thing. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks, Dad.
yeah.
Well, it wasn't a huge commitment, only 2 years.
Yeah. And it was nice because I think, like, at the time I was able to get into the jobs I wanted. Like, had I done a 4-year program, I probably wouldn't be at the regional paper I'm at now, which I make good bank at. Like, because, yeah, it's a larger area versus the small community papers that are normally looking for people. So it was just like everything fell into place, and yeah, I'm happy.
So what entails on an average week for you?
Well, mostly meetings, not gonna lie. Like this past week was pretty busy with like 5 meetings, and they're at least 2 hours a pop. So, and in the evenings, like it's not even during the day most of the time. But yeah, so meetings, days, nights. Then there's community events that I go to. I'll take pictures at, and this is all over East Central Alberta. So I've gone to Veteran. I've gone to like our main office is in Coronation. So I go over there.
Yep.
Yeah. So lots of that, and then basically our farthest northern spot is like Wainwright and Kinsella.
Okay.
And then we go south all the way to Hazar. And then like 3 Hills, Acme, Torrington, all the way to the Sask border. So it's a massive chunk of land. Yeah.
It's a lot of driving. Do you... No, it's all good.
I bet.
Do you drive a personal vehicle, or do you...
Yeah, I drive my own car.
Hopefully they pay mileage at least.
Yeah, they
Good.
do, but I got to talk to my boss lady because I'm like, hey, it's getting a little pricey.
Yeah.
Especially here in Linden, fuel's at $1.43.
Yeah, it's about 141 in Hannah right now. Yeah.
It was...
That sucks.
If the farther north you go, it gets cheaper. Like I heard in Edmonton, it's 117. So.
Oh shit!
That'd be
Really?
nice.
Yeah, I fueled up in Red Deer this morning at $1.34.
What?
That'd be nice.
Holy hell!
I wish.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll come down here too.
That's what I'm
but-
hoping. Yeah, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
No kidding.
It's like, well, why out here do we have to pay more? Like it should be over there.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Beats me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $1.60 in golden, I think. Probably.
No.
Yeah, BC
But-
fuel is always expensive.
Yeah, it's always 10 to 15 cents more expensive. But yeah, I think it's $1.60 in golden. Last I read,
Yeah.
it's always really expensive there, just because that's like that's the only spot to fuel up for a good stretch of miles there. So
Right.
Yeah, they really gouge you.
yeah, they gouge the fuck out of anyone coming through.
Yeah. Well, and with the bridge washed out or the highway or whatever it was, like the whole flooding situation, that's probably increased it by a lot.
Definitely exacerbated the situation.
No kidding.
So do you have your own office?
Yeah, I got one in
Hell
Hannah.
yeah.
Wow.
Man, we were
So
talking
fancy.
to the lady with an office.
Oh
Holy
my God.
shit.
No, I was going to say the same about you guys. You got this fancy setup in here in your garage.
Yeah, you
like,
may
come
have
on.
an office. May have an office, but you have a sign that says Aubrey Trailer Park Supervisor elect.
Oh my God. Big X by it. Love
So
that.
one day I got home and I never have anything with my name on it.
Yeah.
So my dad drove by the sign
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, I got to take that home for my
Gotta.
son. So he pulled that. It was leaning up against my tree and we taped over the lady's name
Yeah.
and taped over, I forget what, some sort of counselor.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
some sort of election. Maybe we shouldn't be saying this on here, but
Yeah, there might be people
Might be
that'll.
pissed, but I don't
But,
know. It was a municipal election. For
yeah, we
something.
taped over the name and whatever position she was wanting to be elected for and put trailer park supervisor.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Well,
Oh,
the
it
best,
looks
no, the
pretty
funniest
good,
part, funniest part was Aub comes home. He stole one of these signs. Then
Well,
Dad
I
comes
wasn't
home and
gonna
he stole one
mention
too.
Oh, no way.
Wasn't going to mention that.
Oh, you're gonna throw our dad under the bus, though.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Second unstapled there, too.
It's like a turnaround. Holy shit.
No,
I'm
only
surprised you-
two. I only have two.
I'm surprised you didn't steal like 50.
Well, that's a lot of driving around.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you
And
gotta.
it's illegal, but who needs to know about
How illegal, though?
that? Yeah. I don't know. They get so upset during election season. They're like, who stole my sign? Who stole it? Who kicked it over? Who did this?
Well, I didn't.
big deal.
I didn't
It's okay.
deface
She
it.
won, I think.
It's on. It's on tape, so I can just peel it off, give it back to her.
I think that lady won, so it doesn't really matter.
She's like, oh, good. Someone is celebrating with me.
Yeah.
Great.
If anything, we're
Yeah.
doing her a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Does she want to sponsor us? Whatever. I taped over her name on the other side too. I'm glad we. Yeah, we won't say her name.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to jail.
yeah.
So what do you get up to on the weekends?
Oh, it's pretty boring. My life is kind of like
Nice.
whatever since COVID hit. I'm like, yeah, I'm actually okay with it though. I used to party a lot. Like I'd drive everywhere and anywhere.
Well, that's how we
Like,
we got
yeah.
to know each other.
Yeah.
We used to party everywhere.
Heck
We'd
yeah.
local rodeos or bars. I'd see Terry at the bar.
Yeah.
What's going on, Terry?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up, Obs? Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
probably years ago.
yeah. Like high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. I was thinking about that the other day too. It's been 6 years because you're the same year, right? 2015.
No, 14.
Oh, you were okay. Yeah.
You were older.
So yeah, that's still
But-
wild though.
Yeah, you were friends with a few of my friends, and I think just got to know each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mutual friends and partying, and one thing led to another. Now we're just
Now we're chilling on a podcast.
that's
Like,
weird.
It's crazy how things work out like
Weird.
that.
I know. Honestly, how small the world is, I can't sometimes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, the fact that you know my brother. Like,
Yeah.
out
Well,
of
I
a
used to
hole
play
in the wall.
volleyball.
Oh.
And we'd always play the Morin team.
Yeah.
And I always remember your brother playing on that team. He was always the chillest out of all the guys there.
Yes.
He is a chill.
He's
kid.
a very, very chill individual.
Yes, for the most part, 100%. Like,
Yeah.
he just does not care. He always keeps me in line that way too. And I'm having like a mental breakdown or like just all over the place emotionally.
just wound up over something.
Yeah, he's like, Terry, just chill the fuck out. Like he will tell me.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
but he's supportive too, so it's nice. But yeah,
Sometimes you just need to be told to chill the fuck out.
literally,
Sometimes the problems are bigger in your mind than they actually
yeah,
are.
100%.
It's true.
Yeah, no, it's wild. But I was thinking about that, like, because one of the parties we went to, I always remember that one dude that he had the blue van with the stickers all over it from Acme.
Luke?
Yeah,
Luke,
yeah, that's his name.
I think he still has that van. Maybe he...
No, you know what he does at his parents' farm? He was hauling a bale with it. He took his took his skid steer and set a whole bale or two bales on top
Yeah.
of the thing.
No
Oh, yeah,
way.
Oh, yeah.
Caved in the roof, but the thing held.
Yeah. It was a blue Mazda van.
Of course he fucking
Yeah.
would. Like, because I remember the one time at Morin Bridge, we were all partying, like, after grad. This fucker brings 3 goddamn chickens.
No, that was at that camp out.
Yeah. Was that,
oh, yeah.
yeah. That
I
was
heard
the
about
other
this.
thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard about this.
No,
Yeah.
Luke brought 3 live chickens
Yeah.
From the farm.
and
Yeah,
butchered
straight
them
up.
right there.
Yeah. No, he let 2 loose. He was like, fuck it. See if they survive. And so literally my parents were like, well, my mom and her husband and like family were there. And they're like, yeah, there was these random chickens. I'm like, yeah. I know where they came from.
I forgot about that. But they would hang out all weekend. Like, all of a sudden, you just see a chicken running across. We'd be playing beer darts or something. The chicken's out in the tree.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And I remember there was another party, too. And I specifically remember you guys were totaling a vehicle. Because, like, it was up on a ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that at Luke's? Because he had, like, the barn up at the top. And that was a cool place, actually.
Was that the time he was going to jump it through a motorhome?
Yeah. Yes.
And then his dad's like, this is a dumb idea. So he, like, took the spark plugs out of it or something.
Something, yeah. It wouldn't start.
It wouldn't start. He was like, yeah, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke, he's settled down a lot now. I think he's got a kid. He's got two kids.
Yeah, with Alicia, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so cute. Oh, it's awesome. But yeah, I just remember how crazy that was because that's literally, I'm pretty sure it was one of those parties that we met at.
Oh, he's not crazy. He's just Dutch.
Okay, I wasn't going to say it, but like.
Hey, he's just Dutch.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
No. Hopefully he doesn't listen to this. Sorry, Luke. My bad.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
Lots of memories, yeah.
Yeah, because I can't remember the last time I actually seen you. Might have been at a rodeo somewhere.
Probably.
Like maybe Innisfail.
Nope. Haven't gone to Innisfail. I don't like Innisfail.
Fair. Nobody seems to like Innisfail, including people that live there.
Just the community itself. I'm just like, I don't.
It's a place you drive by when you're going to Red Deer. That's what it is to me. You don't stop there.
I don't even like Red Deer.
No, not really.
Red Deer's Red Deer. Yeah.
Exactly.
At least it's easy to navigate in Red Deer. You can drive pretty easily, but still not. Yeah.
All right. What because I'm trying to think of what rodeo. Rockyford, maybe?
No. Elnora.
Yes. Yeah, the Bramorama.
The Bramorama.
Hell yeah.
Because
good times.
What's his name?
To go to one of those.
Max Cunningham was in the wild cow milking with Daniel.
Oh my God.
Who else was in there?
There's a Tate Gall.
Yeah.
And then there was like, I knew a few teams on there that did the wild cow milking, and I was pissing myself. I was taking pictures.
No,
I
have a video of Max, and everybody else was like, hanging on to this cow trying to get the thing to stop. So Max was around the thing's neck and was petting its head, and I have a video of it. While the other guys are trying to milk this cow, Max is on there petting the head, and all of a sudden this little steer, or not steer, but just freaks out and just like bucks him off the head into the fence. And I have the whole thing on video. It was hilarious.
Oh my God. I forget who it was, but I remember one of them was dragged around the entire arena as well, like by the rope. Like they were the only ones holding on left, but it's like if you let go, you're done, right? Yeah. So you're like, you hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, it was some guys came pretty banged up out of there.
Wait, so the aim is to just stay in the ring and not let go of the cow?
No,
or the aim is to get milk.
Is to milk it.
Yeah. Is to get milk.
And get some milk into a container. But I think the most milk wins.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, I've seen a lot of them, and literally, like, no one ever gets them to stop because they're all crazy. Like, I swear they get the most crazy bitches in there because, like, there is no way they want any of these tame ones, right? Because that's no fun.
No. Gotta have them just kicking and wired right up.
Oh yeah. No. So it's quite an entertaining thing, especially when you know the people. You're just like,
oh yeah.
But
I was gonna enter it the next year, but then COVID happened. I haven't been back, but it looked like so much fun.
Yeah, I think they'll have it again next year. I think it'll be for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going back for sure.
Yeah,
that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, you've never been, have you?
No, but you've told me about it, and I've been raring to go.
Yeah. I would also recommend going to Pollockville for a bronc match. So hard grass bronc match. It's like all the horses, right? But they make a big do out of it. Like there's literally population there is probably like 4 people, like 2 trailers, 1 community hall, and a curling rink.
Kind of like Rowley.
Oh, even smaller. Seriously, like there's literally 2 people, and this is north of like Brooks, right? So south of Hannah. So yeah, you're literally middle of freaking nowhere. But it's like I think there's about 3,000 people there this year.
Oh, wow.
It was insane. Like, I was shocked, but they do such a good job. Like, I know a few of the organizers, and they're great people.
That's awesome.
I would definitely recommend. That's one of my favorite events of the year, for sure.
Oh, sweet. Like a lot of fun.
Yeah, just bring your trailer. They just literally park in the pasture. Call it a day.
That's awesome. I love that shit. Yeah. Especially like Rowley every month. You know, the town quadruples in size,
literally
just for one evening. But that's kind of the vibe I got going on in here. Is like
you just need sawdust.
That's what I'm saying, and a crooked ass floor.
Yes.
So when you come in here,
it's gonna take another 100 years.
Yeah.
It'll take another 100 years to get a rut going in the floor.
True. Yeah, I've been going there since I was literally a baby. Yeah. Like, it's part of the home front there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's probably a 15-minute drive from where you're at there.
I'm like 5 minutes from Morinbridge.
Yeah.
Like, we're just to the west of it. So,
right.
Yeah. So Raleigh, probably about 15. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lots of fun, though.
That's the backyard right there.
Yeah, really. It's quite nice.
Wait, you're probably part of the elite group at Raleigh that gets the blue tickets for the pizza.
No. Not that fancy, but I'm sure I would know quite a few that do.
Because there's the elite, so the elite locals get blue tickets and they get their pizza quicker.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Doug about that and be like, hey fella,
whose dick do I gotta suck to get a blue ticket?
Whose dick do I gotta suck to get a pizza before 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah, literally. Well, they crank out like 400 pizzas in a night across the road. Like, it's wild.
When we were there, last time we were there was July, I think.
Yeah, that was packed.
We were pizza number 580.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was 400 and
480.
But they probably
made over 500 pizzas that night or something.
That's
which is insane.
Yeah.
Because I heard they got newer, bigger pizza ovens.
I haven't heard that, but I'm sure they probably have. Yeah. I haven't checked in there in a long time. I need to go back.
Have a vitamin water go.
Well, I thought that's why it was there.
Yeah.
It is.
Why do I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing?
You are.
Well, it's too late. It's already open. The seal's been cracked. I'm drinking your vitamin water.
No, they're there for you. That's what they're there for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, you guys have such a fancy setup. They had the water. They had the vitamin water. Like, all set up, all nice by the mics. I was like, wow.
What we lack in intelligence,
or culture.
We have flair.
Vocabulary.
Yeah.
We got a certain flair here at Brothers Radio.
Heck yeah. No, it's great. I love it. Felt so welcome.
Excellent. That's what we're going for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly atmosphere.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because you tend to talk about atmospheres and peoples and energies on your, which is the one thing that I tend to agree with when it comes to your podcast. Like,
thanks.
when you talk about how places and people and things make you feel, I'm like, fuck yeah. Because I'm a real homebody, and I like my home a certain way. I like the things in my home. They make me feel good. I like the people that come over. You know, I won't have certain people over because nobody's infiltrating my fucking space.
Yeah.
Get the
invading
fuck away
my homeland.
from me. You know, but
100%.
I would see those people outside of my place. But this is my, I guess, my little kingdom. You'd call it.
Yeah, this is your humble abode. Why not?
Exactly.
No, I totally get that. Like, I don't know. I've been learning a lot about like aura colors, and if this is too much for the listeners here, sorry.
Dive into it. I'm actually pretty curious about this stuff.
Yeah, like I'm learning stuff all the time, but I've always had experiences. I've always had like crazy shit happen to me. Like, even on the way over here, I saw 999. I saw 7777, both on license plates, because that's how I normally see like messages, if you want to call them that. But yeah, I was quite anxious to get over here because I'm like, fuck, we literally have the most opposite podcast. But like, like content wise, I'm like, shit, like, how's this gonna work? You know? But I do feel welcome.
I was a bit nervous too. I asked him, I'm like, her podcast is mostly like, hippie stuff.
Yeah, literally.
Like, what are we gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Well, and I knew I wouldn't have any trouble talking to her because growing up, our mother is the exact same way as you.
She's got one of them Himalayan rock salt lamps.
That's how you know.
I licked it. I licked it one time, and she was really mad at me.
Aw. Watches it like slowly fades over time.
I just keep licking it like a salt block.
Literally though.
Well, if it's good for the air, it must be good for the body. I'll just lick it.
You know, like she never really talked about like you're very invested and go to I don't know, like meetings about it. Like you've met other people that believe in the same things you do, where our mom never did, but she always talked about, or she talks about, she's alive.
Yeah.
I'm talking to her like
she's the biggest fan
she's
of the
listening
podcast.
here right now.
No, she will be listening.
She listens to every episode.
Aww. Yeah. That is the best support though.
Yeah, she loves it. But she talks about energies and how people make her feel.
Yeah.
And I've always
resonated with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've always understood it. He never seems to get it.
No, I'm kind of a robot.
Okay, so like for aura colors, I don't know. You'll have to like listen to. So this one gal, her name is Mystic Michaela. She does a whole thing on like aura colors. Yeah, I know, it's so fancy.
Neat.
But she like basically, have you ever heard of the like colors, like how you can like differentiate like personalities with that and kind of like associate it with like certain colors?
Yeah, I think so.
So like blue is very like emotional, but also like sensitive and caring. And then there's like, so it kind of is, aura colors are basically that. And some people are able to see them, others not so much. But a lot of people have kind of picked up like, oh, this is like what she's talking about. There's different personalities that associate with these colors. So like for example, I think you're definitely like a green. Like there's different like shades, quote unquote, if you want to call it that. But like greens are very scientific, very analytical, and like they don't necessarily have the empathic traits, which are like, you know, you really deeply feel things. So like that's why Aubs, I think that you're like an indigo, because that's very much like you prefer the quiet spaces. You need that time to recharge. Yeah. But you're also like, yeah, like that kind of stuff. So there's like so many different kinds of people out there, right? Like no one can be the same. But yeah, like I thought it was so funny though, because going back to your mom, she like messaged me on Instagram. I was like, hey, like.
She actually messaged me about 20 minutes before you got here. She wants to get together with you and take photos or something.
Oh my God.
She's like, Dad says you're podcasting with Terri Huxley. Tell her the timing hasn't been right, but I'm following her and I'm watching. And when the time is right for us to meet, I will be in touch.
Oh, that is so cute. I love that. Absolutely. Michelle, right?
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. 100%. I got a fan. I love this.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
No, it's so cool. So I think it's great.
We'll get my mom listening to your podcast because she'd definitely want to listen to it.
I think so, yeah. Because that's why I like it's the Empaths and Ag podcast. It's all about literally connecting those two sectors, right? Like it's something you would never expect, but that's where creativity kind of lies, right? Is when you combine two things that aren't meant to go together and put them together. So, yeah.
Let's combine shoveling cow shit with reading tea leaves.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, watch that mic. It gets you.
I keep hitting it. I'm so sorry. Everyone listening is going to be like, what the fuck is this girl on? Like,
don't even get started on the things that
sometimes I play the spring like a guitar.
Nice. Ooh.
It's pretty funky, eh?
That sounds cool, actually.
He hates it when I do that.
One night we got real... It was on... September 11th.
Oh, yes.
No, it was the evening of September 10th. We call it the 9/11 special.
Yeah.
It was with Dylan, and Dylan the whole night just kept fucking with the mic stand.
Playing with it.
I was going to punch him. I wouldn't, because Dylan's built like a tree trunk, but...
Yeah. He definitely bulked up after school. Like, he literally... Two different people.
He's beefy. He's a kindest man I've ever met, but real beefy. I've watched him and John wrestle before.
Oh my God. That would be something to see, actually.
Dylan got the better of John.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Of course.
Well, John, like, kind of goes in and he would just think, like, he'd, like, act like he'd own it.
Oh, absolutely.
And then he'd get the shit beat out of him because, you know.
Because he's,
he's not prepped. Like, Dylan would, like, go in with, like, a plan, almost.
Well,
I think Dylan, he's got the fighter's mentality, I think. And that's what it's all about.
Well, foreshadowing. Well, not foreshadowing, but to explain the story a little more, John was talking about Dylan's sisters.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, okay. So
Haley.
That
Sorry, I
makes
shouldn't mention
sense.
all these people's names.
Yeah, we're trying our best not to name drop too much.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
We're doing our best anyway.
Doing our best. We're pretty terrible at it, but
we could just fair.
But yeah, it was pretty funny, and then they started wrestling. That was at not Elnor. At Trochu. Yeah, Trochu ball tourney. They were wrestling in the gravel. It was pretty funny to watch. I didn't do anything to break it up because...
No, why not?
I don't care. They can fight all they want.
Yeah, let it get it out of their system.
Exactly. Let them finish.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Oh, ball tourneys. What a good time.
Oh. Yeah, I could really go for a good ball tourney too. A ball tourney.
A Paul tourney?
Yeah, it's a ball tourney.
Is this a tournament to discover who the best Paul is?
Yes.
Get all the Pauls to compete?
Yeah. Well, didn't that happen in the States? There was like a
Oh yeah, there's some.
It was a different
Mike's. I think it was the Michael.
Mark's. No.
Was it Mark?
No, I know what you're talking about. It was a Facebook group, and
then everyone showed up, and it was like a whole fight.
Oh, it was a Facebook event that someone created.
It was like all the Marks. Josh.
It was all the Joshes.
It was all the Joshes.
All the Joshes meet, and it was like a field somewhere.
Yeah.
So it was just
in the city, like
It was a longitude and latitude line that you had to follow and find the fucking field on the outskirts of like Chicago or something.
Yeah, and all these Joshes are going to battle it out to find the superior Josh.
Yeah.
It was a big Facebook group that somebody started. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they actually did, and there was like news coverage about it. They're like, yeah, this is a legit event now. I'm like,
the Josh fight.
Yeah. It was insane. I was just like, this is wild what people come up with. Or like in Calgary, how they had like Owen Wilson with the wow thing, and they're like, yeah, everyone come to like the Calgary Tower and literally just say wow.
Oh, wow.
I didn't. Wow.
That was
Why
the
didn't I
thing.
hear about that?
Damn, you should have gone.
I missed it.
Yeah, because apparently there was a few people that actually showed up, but it was another Facebook event like that. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
There was a series of ones where a bunch of people were going to show up to I don't know what the sculpture's actual name is, but it's just the bean in Chicago. It's this big chrome bean looking thing. Like, we're going to steal the bean. And there was like,
Good luck.
There was like 2 million people joined this fucking group, and they were going to do it. And then another group got formed to prevent the bean from being stolen.
Oh my God.
So then a bunch of people joined that one, and then another group beat up the people who were trying to prevent the bean from getting stolen, and it just kept going on and
Well,
on.
it was like that other storm Area 51. They can't stop
Yes.
us all.
Exactly.
Literally. Nice.
I remember when that happened. There was actually like a couple hundred people showed up to that damn thing when that actually happened.
Yeah, I remember there was like this one dude doing the whole like Naruto,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever the fuck that run is. I was like, oh my God,
I love that shit.
it's ridiculous, but it's so funny. Yeah,
Me showing up to Area 51 to clap them alien cheeks.
yeah, I think I saw that meme.
It's like, oh,
It's like learn
God,
a lot.
those poor aliens.
They don't know what's coming.
Get on the ship and get out. You're about to be raped.
Yeah,
God.
holy.
And there was even an anniversary party for that too. A year later.
Wow,
There was.
1 year anniversary of storming Area 51.
wow. Who knew?
Who knew? Should have done it. Should have stormed it.
Yeah.
Nobody did. Everybody was too big of pussies.
Yeah.
I mean, here's me who never went, but I may have joined the Facebook group. But
Did you?
I think I did, yeah.
I did.
Oh my God.
Well, I wanted to see what was going on. It looked like fun.
There's lots of good memes posted in there anyway.
So what do numbers mean to you? Like when you see 777?
Yeah, so like they're called angel numbers is typically how it works, or just messages from spirit. But basically, yeah, like each number like of the main like 1 to 9 have like pretty significant meaning. So if you see like double, triple, quadruple, like that kind of amplifies that meaning. So yeah, like I don't know, the one I've been seeing a lot lately that's easiest for people to understand is like 555. So that one represents change. That means like change is coming. It's coming quick. Like just heads up. Like it's not always
Did
bad.
you see the 555 hanging on my wall down here?
No, not yet.
In the shop, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like it follows me. I'm not joking.
No,
like I don't make this shit up to be like, oh yeah, I'm a pick me. Like watch out. But like,
Don't turn around, Terry. There's an entire chart
No.
behind you with numbers.
oh, I love numbers though. I love maps too. That's my other thing. I like looking at maps. But
No, I think those numbers are pretty random. They don't. Way
It's
too many.
it's a
of them.
grain chart.
It's more significant ones like.
I was just gonna say.
What does this grain chart
Yeah.
say about the current situation?
Yeah. Could not tell you.
It's too many
Moisture
numbers.
levels, I don't know. Like,
Has no meaning.
yeah.
Has no meaning. It's too many numbers.
But yeah, no, if it comes up in sequence, like if you see like a triple of a number, like quite often, you're like, whoa, okay, I should actually pay attention to this. Just look it up online and be like angel number, da da da. And then chances are you're going to get a message that's going to make sense to you. And then if it doesn't, keep trying to find something that does, or listen to your intuition to be like, oh, okay, like this is what they're trying to tell me right now, like about this situation or something you're thinking about, or just something that's coming up in the near future. Like, yeah, just things like that. Or even as simple as like, hey, you're on the right track. Like for me, the number 6 has always been a big one. So 16, 26 have always been like my numbers, I guess. So yeah, like I'm trying to think, I don't know. There's actually quite a few instances and like big life events in my life that have really like been associated with that number. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
yeah,
What does 69 mean?
I think you know what it means.
I see all the kids posting it on the internet.
Oh, I wonder why.
42069. What does this mean?
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I've ever.
Jesus.
Sorry.
You don't get it. No, I'm just kidding.
Gump, you just don't get it, do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
But when it comes to numbers, I don't know if I've. I mean, I really don't know much about it, but I've never associated numbers with any sort of big thing in my life. I've always, when something big in my life happens, I always think of the things I've done to get there.
And that's okay too. Like not everyone needs numbers to like figure their life out, or like get that. Like I feel like you're definitely more like intuitive that way. Like you can listen to yourself and you know what you want and you go with it. Like, and that's perfectly fine. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Right? Like don't worry about what other people have to say, just go with what your gut says. Go with the flow.
But you would be more, like you'd be looking for something to make a decision where you wouldn't go so much with your, like, would you, like when I think of making a decision, I always go with my gut,
which is awesome. Like that's a really good thing to do.
And I never waver on my decisions. Although like I will toss and turn through the night wondering what decision I make, but once I make the decision, I'll never look back.
Yeah, which is good. Like that's kind of what you should do, I think, in situations like that. But for other people, they sometimes need a little bit more guidance because they're not like as fully connected to themselves. Like they've allowed other things in their life to kind of get in the way of that. Like a lot of distractions. Like I know for me, I always struggle with like scrolling on my phone just to get away from like sorting through those emotions, right? But yeah, like one thing you can do if you're into this stuff and you feel like you're called to it is literally just be like, hey, spirit, give me a sign of like a dolphin or some random fucking thing that you would not expect, and be like, I want this as big as a billboard. Like I want to see this sign. So like if I want to do option A, like tell me, show me that I should do option A. And if not, if I don't see anything, then it's like, don't go with it. But like, I don't know. So here's an example. So my friend Jordan, this is her story, but
have you done a podcast with her?
Yeah. She was on the podcast before, and I know I've talked with her about it, but I'll say it again here just because I love the story so much. But anyway, she had this situation where she was with this guy. They were together for like 7 years, and they were like, I don't know, it just wasn't the best relationship. And she was like, should I leave? Like, what should I do about this? So she asked Spirit, she's like, hey, like she was driving home one night and she's like, okay, Spirit, like if I'm supposed to leave this relationship, like show me in the sign of an owl. Not even like 10 seconds later, she hits a fucking owl.
Bro.
Like, it doesn't always have to be like it
there's your sign.
No, literally like smack right in the grill. I was like, holy.
Oh man,
now, that can be pretty powerful,
right?
Especially when you I hear
especially when you
like
got to pay the bill to fix the front end of the truck.
It's like, well, you asked for it.
Pretty powerful.
But I've always found stories like that very interesting. Like you can't ignore something like that. Like,
100%.
Like it can be, if you were to ask, hey Spirit, I want to see an owl, and you fucking smack an owl.
Yeah, like that's something.
Like, you'd tend to. You would want to believe for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot, and especially when that happens over the course of your lifetime with different things. Like, you can't deny it anymore. And literally, but she was so funny though, because like that wasn't enough for her. Like the smacking the freaking grill of her truck was not enough to be like, oh, I should leave. No, she's like, okay, that was too easy.
So she's a sucker for punishment.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, give me another owl. Like, show me within like 24 hours. I want to see another owl. I don't care like what it is. So 24 hours rolls around and like she hasn't seen anything yet. So she's like, okay, she kind of forgets about it. And then her mom comes home with this box of stuff from her grandparents. So she's like, okay, like whatever. So her mom's like, oh, I found this really cute like little knick-knack thing that like I think would be great for you. She pulls it out. It's a fucking owl like knitted thing. And she was like, whoa, like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
So
that's neat.
It was crazy. It's just like, it's too much to be a coincidence, right?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's wild. So that's an example.
One time, now tell me what this means.
All right.
One time, it was the dead of winter in like, it was like January. Oh, it was just before COVID hit. So it was January, cold outside. I'm about to get in my car and drive off to university. And all of a sudden I hear this scratching inside, like in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? I go into the kitchen. There's a pigeon in the house.
What?
How it got in? There's no earthly reason as to how that bird got in there. And it took me like 25 minutes to try and get the damn thing out because he did not want to fly out the door.
Yeah.
So I had to wave this book around, try and spook him out the door. I'm like, oh my God, what a clusterfuck that was. But I closed the door. I'm looking around. Is there anywhere that this bird could have flown in? Like any exhaust from the oven or anything like that?
Yeah.
Nothing. There's no earthly reason as to why that bird was in there. And so I get in my car And I'm driving down actually to the Glenbow Museum where we were going to do a little field trip that day. And I get there and they had closed that morning because the COVID had hit. And I was like, this is really weird. It's really strange. It's really bizarre because they were open on, like I checked their website, said they were open. They had actually decided to close that morning.
Of course.
So I was like, wow, this is very kind of strange.
Maybe.
A bird out of nowhere. It's kind of like a message bird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think in those situations, you can always look up like, oh, what is the meaning of a pigeon? Like, I actually don't know off heart what that would be, but like a bird itself might be like freedom or like, yeah, like maybe it is better to stay home. Like you're about to experience a moment. Looking back now, you're like, oh yeah, like we were kind of caged in for a little bit, right? So it could be something like that.
Some kind of weird little message.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
very strange.
Yeah, like I don't know. Sometimes I think things work out like you're meant to have a delay because there's a car accident up ahead.
And I thought about that too. I was like, I wonder what would have happened if that bird didn't cost me 20 minutes on my commute. If maybe I would have gotten into a pileup somewhere because the roads were shit.
Yeah,
Could have been. I got into a pileup.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like you never know. And I mean, again, like some people might see that as a reach, but like there are situations where you just in your gut, you know, like this could have been really bad, or like you're about to board a plane and then all of a sudden something happens and you can't make it, and then that plane crashes or something. As like an extreme example, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Like your gut will tell you. So yeah, follow that shit. That's my quote of the day.
Follow your fucking gut.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I believe the ancient Romans, they used to watch the crows in the sky to determine if they should go to war or not. That was their ancient decision-making process. Be like, oh, what do the crows say? Yeah, we're going to war.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck those guys.
Well, it was a really easy decision for them because they were always at war. So
yeah, literally though.
So God, where are all these crows coming from? God, we fight a lot of wars.
Yeah, gosh, when are these birds like not gonna do this?
Yeah, maybe we should go to war with the crows.
Fix the population a little bit.
We need some population control on these crows.
Oh yeah,
we're losing men like flies.
So then crow became the national dish.
Well, if you didn't know, Gump's a historian.
That's cool. Well, I was gonna say I love hearing all these like fun facts and everything. I'm like, love that shit.
Yeah,
so cool.
We love pulling up today in history. That's our go-to.
Yeah.
I can pull up a little now if you guys like.
Yeah, sure.
Hold on here.
Oh my God, look at the fucking screen.
Oh yeah, isn't that nice?
No. It's 1 hour 11 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you like that? Yeah, you can kill some time here.
Oh yeah.
How much time you got, Terry?
Oh fuck, forever. That's fine.
Look,
but do you get the significance though? An hour, 111.
Bruh. Shit.
I'm not making this shit up, okay? Like I'm not trying to look for it. I know it's the whole comment of like, oh, if you think of a yellow car, you're gonna think of a yellow car, or you see one, or like whatever. But like
you hadn't looked at that
while,
TV the whole time, and you look and it says 111.
Yeah, like I kind of was looking at it, but I didn't look at the minutes at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
And then of course I see that right when we're on that minute. So
what does one typically mean?
One, new beginnings.
Huh. Yeah. Well, there you go.
This is it.
It really is. Yeah. No, I've been seeing that one a lot in my personal life. There's a lot of things that are happening, shifting, and it's good. It's really better.
A lot of new beginnings. To new beginnings.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy your smart water. Well, I got
vegan,
some. Oh, yeah, it's very vegan.
Of course.
Made with 100% vegetable juice.
You know, fish fucking this stuff.
I'm out. Bye.
You know, 100% of shark attacks are because of water.
Yeah. Totally.
We're going to war on water. Anyway, I got some fun history facts here for you guys.
Hell yeah.
So in the year 1688, James II abdicates the throne because of William of Orange landing in England.
Who's William of Orange?
Oh, he's the king of the Netherlands. Yeah.
And he took his throne?
Yes, I believe. And I believe William of Orange's house is the current, I think that's the current ruling family. Because maybe not. Well, it's related anyway. They're all cousins. They all fucking each other. Bunch of inbred bastards. But anyway.
Just telling it like it is.
Elizabeth II is, their last name is Windsor, but they descend from a family from Germany.
Mm-hmm. I think I remember reading about that.
Yeah. So they actually legally changed their names during World War I because the last name sounded too German, and they didn't want to like associate with the enemy that they were then fighting. So, but yeah, anyway, 1816, Indiana is admitted to the Union as the 19th state, and no one has thought about Indiana since.
That was the most significant thing that's ever happened to Indiana.
Yeah, it was the joining.
Okay, one thing. 1816.
Yeah,
Those are your numbers?
16.
16 is the number.
Like, see? I'm not trying to like prove my point, but like I think I proved it.
Oh, there's a lot of sixes here actually.
All right.
There's a lot of sixes coming up. 1861.
Yeah.
A raging fire sweeps the business district of Charleston, South Carolina, adding to an already depressed economic state.
Oh, ouch.
Very depressing when the entire city lights on fire. In 1862, Union General Ambrose Burnside, which is where we get the term sideburns, because he had this really wicked mustache.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He had some wicked facial hair.
Yeah, if you got a chance here, folks, Google that guy's picture. General Ambrose Burnside. He occupies Fredericksburg and prepares to attack the Confederates under Robert E. Lee. Gets a lot of like Civil War shit. I'll skip ahead here a little bit. Something different. 1882, a production of Gilbert and Sullivan's Iolanthe? What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. At Boston's Bijou Theater becomes the first performance in a theater lit by incandescent electric lights. 1882, nice. They already had light bulbs.
That's interesting.
It took another 100 years for Canada to get electricity.
Yeah.
Took another 150 to get power out to cereal.
Poor cereal.
Poor cereal.
They just got broken into the other. I act like it's one fucking place. Okay. Never mind.
It's one building named Cereal.
No, poor cereal. It's a good little community. I like it.
Well, there was a break in there though.
Yeah.
No.
They're in Acadia Valley. They had a couple. I don't know. A couple people came in, broke into the post offices. At both. So it's kind of sad.
The most lucrative lick of all time, mail. I'm gonna steal a bunch of people's Christmas cards.
Literally. Oh, there might be like gift cards, and it's
$20
the season.
Grandma sending $20 to the grandkids. Does add up.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not fun. Doesn't help these communities at all,
No.
which I don't like. But what can you do? So.
Oh, 1927. Nearly 400 world leaders sign a letter to President Calvin Coolidge asking the United States to join the World Court. I don't know if they did or not. I have a feeling Calvin Coolidge told them to go fuck themselves.
I don't think they did. Not till years later.
The World Court?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I haven't read about the court. Judicial history is the kind of the only history I don't like reading about because that puts you right to bed.
Yeah.
Politics suck.
I like politics, but mostly when it involves like people assassinating each other and like fucking buildings getting exploded and stuff. That's interesting. Little destruction.
Yeah. Well, why not? You gotta spice it up a little
Spice
bit.
it up. You bet.
Tired of these bitchy problems in the municipalities.
Just end it already.
Yeah. Send a fucking car bomb. Like,
oh my god.
Y'all didn't hear this from me.
We're not encouraging car bombs.
No.
I seen a post the other day. How dare you, Your Honor, you said that this bomb that I made was improvised. I put my heart and soul into this bomb. How dare you accuse me of making an improvised bomb?
There's this one gal on TikTok. She literally reads all these like court what do they call it? Like
proceedings?
The recordings of it.
Oh,
so
the transcripts.
The transcripts. So there are some fucking funny ones. Like the amount of sass, like literally like, Your Honor, please chill. like because you can tell like the new generations are finally coming into like being lawyers and like all this stuff.
Your Honor, with all due respect, this shit ain't bussin', no cap.
Literally, no. Literally.
Can you translate, please? Someone translate that for me.
Yeah.
You get these 65-year-old judges up there. What the fuck are you talking about?
Literally.
Take that shit out of my courtroom.
Why does every boy your age, between the ages of 13 and 17, all have the same dumb haircut? What the hell?
I love that shit.
It's so funny.
Well, now here we now a little more destruction here.
Ooh.
1933, reports say Paraguay has captured 11,000 Bolivians in the war over the Chaco. The Chaco is a part of the Amazon rainforest.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, like the cocoa, like the actual product, or like
No, the Choco.
Like 11,000 people.
11,000 Bolivians, yeah. Well, I don't know. You can call them people if you want, but
Gump. I don't know any Bolivians, but
No,
if I
me
did,
neither.
I'd be very upset.
yeah, it's called comedy. It's when we shit on your country. It's you're supposed to laugh at
It's
that.
out of love.
It's out of love. Oh,
I didn't know
here's a good
Bolivia
one.
was even a country yet.
1941, the United States declares war on Italy and Germany.
There we go.
crazy.
1951, Joe DiMaggio announces his retirement from baseball.
He was the player back in the day.
Yeah, he was the guy. What else? What have we got? What's something more recent? Well, we got a moon landing in 72.
What happened in 2010, Gump?
That doesn't show. It says in 2008, Bernie Madoff arrested and charged with securities fraud in what was called a $50 billion Ponzi scheme.
Jeez. Did you? I don't know if you heard this,
Anyway.
Terry, but a couple episodes ago, Gump and I were talking about the biggest theft in Canadian history.
No, I didn't hear that one.
It was maple syrup.
No.
No,
Yeah.
it was.
Get out
The
of
Great
here.
Maple Heist.
Yeah.
No.
No, this is the math here on my notepad. I didn't even open it up because we were in a fury to figure it out. When we figured it out, it was 72 Super B loads of maple syrup.
No.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like where were they taking it to? Like
Well, they
what-
had a guy who was going to
what-
resell it for him in New Brunswick, I think. But they
shit.
stole it from, it was in Quebec.
Wow.
And it was valued over $130 million or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a great moment. That needs to be plastered on Canadian historic
Oh, yeah.
moments or whatever.
Yeah, like the
remember
old
that? Yeah.
commercials.
I love those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's ones about like Laura Secord and shit.
Yeah.
They should just have one where it's just a bunch of French guys stealing maple syrup.
Yeah. This
Hey
time in history.
Pierre, hey Pierre, load her up.
Wild. No, there's some crazy shit that happens here. I was talking with my my cousin yesterday. So I have family in New Zealand, and so my uncle and like his side of the family. And so I was talking with Greggy or my one cousin, and basically we kept talking about like the comparison between like New Zealand and Canada and like the differences, right?
Yep.
Especially in Alberta, being the Texas of Canada.
We like to call ourselves that,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So no, he was like, I don't know. They call like down there, their farms are called stations or their
Yep.
ranches, right? And then, or, stations and farms versus ranches and farms up here.
Right.
So he was talking about that. And then like, they don't do any of that kind of like canning that whole season that we have up here.
Yeah.
Well, is that because they don't
Yeah.
really get much of a winter? Or?
Yeah. No, they have never seen a frozen pond in their life.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's insane. Like
Come over, fly on over.
Yeah.
It's cold as fuck over here.
literally. Like, ugh.
Come over here and share these beets with us.
Skate on their frozen ponds.
Yeah, like literally. And they're like, oh, like, because I plan on visiting there hopefully once COVID's settled down a bit. And he's like, oh yeah, like all my friends will like lose their minds if you say A, like all this shit. But I'm just like, it was just hilarious listening to it. Like what kind of stuff, like the little differences,
Yeah.
is something else. But yeah, my other cousin too, like he always said, like we have a lot of, our pronunciation is different. So like our A's and our O's are very drawn out versus like
Yep.
other stuff. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting. So,
It's cool when you talk to the Australians and the New Zealanders how similar our cultures are compared to Americans and Canadians.
yeah,
I find I'm much more similar to an Australian than I am an American. And we're
100%.
halfway across the world.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like on the big stuff. Of course, we're all very similar to Americans, but it's like the little things that we didn't dispose of that sense of like Britishness or something, and because of that, we all have a certain politeness, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely part of it for sure.
Whereas Americans got a little too much Italian in them, so they like fighting each other and yelling and everything else.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
We like to just pretend to be polite and
Well, it's not like we didn't burn down their White House or
We
almost
did-
try to
we
or
did
whatever.
I
We
love
did
that
do that.
fact.
Yeah. Right?
Well, do it again, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm coming for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna lead the revolution, Terry?
Yeah, you know it. My car bomb and everything.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Jesus. How dare you call it improvised? It took me a month to build that.
Yeah.
And didn't it work flawlessly, Your Honor? Improvised.
In fact, it worked better than I had ever hoped, Your Honor.
Did exactly what it needed to do.
Exactly.
And I'll do it again. You better lock me away for 1,000 years.
Wild.
I think they actually charge you if you do stuff like that in a court. You get charged for grandstanding. If you have charges against you for something, and you're like, I did it, and I was right to do it, then they literally just charge you for disrupting the court.
How many years is that?
I don't know. I think it's a big fine. I don't think it's any more
send
prison
me,
time.
Send me a bill.
A bill for mouthy idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why I'd go to jail.
Yeah.
That or driving under the influence. How's a joke? I wouldn't do that.
Never. Not at all.
No, never.
Never happened in the history of ever.
No, not at all.
I'm good. I am all that is good.
Yeah, sure thing.
You know what bugs me about drunk driving laws? Is the people that created them probably never drove drunk.
Yeah. They don't realize how much fun it is.
Fuck.
Yeah, I said it.
It is fun.
And I'm not saying drive hammered, but have you ever
Had a beer too.
This is all hypothetical, Terry.
Yeah,
Yes.
never happened.
Yes.
Never happened.
Oh, I 100% agree.
But if these people have ever drove down a back road, had a couple beers while you're driving, I don't think there's anything better. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It's what it is. It's
I mean,
No,
what, you're going to
totally.
prevent a man from hydrating himself while driving? Is
And-
that not safer than him being
You know,
dehydrated?
it was actually legal up until 2001 to drive and have a beer in the state of Texas. Yep. You couldn't drive drunk, but you could drive and have a beer.
Yeah. But if you blew over the limit, then you
Well,
then you're
no,
fucked,
I
but-
think I don't know how that whole law worked. Like the whole thing was convoluted because if you were taking sips of beer and that's your first beer and you blow into a breathalyzer, I mean the thing's going to read unbelievably hot.
Yeah. Well, did you know in El Salvador, driving drunk is totally legal?
Mexico too.
Well, no, not in Mexico. If driving drunk is legal, but if you get into an accident or something like that and you blow, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You bear all responsibility for anything, and you get
Yeah.
you're fucked.
So don't crash in Mexico.
Yeah.
Exactly. So just
Holy-
like drive. If you're gonna drive drunk, drive safe.
Yeah. Or just stay in the resort.
Yeah. Well, you know those stupid little carts they have down there,
Yeah.
like little golf carts. I bet you can drive those drunk, and they wouldn't. They might not pull you over. I mean, they only do like 30 kilometers an hour or something.
It's hard to know if they'd really you'd have to fuck up pretty big for them to charge a Canadian.
No, they wouldn't charge a Canadian. I think the cops would probably just have their way with you.
Slap them around a little bit.
They just have
Scare
your,
'em.
have your way with you, and enlarge your hole or something. I don't know.
That's where you get the t-shirt from.
Yeah, I got raped in Mexico, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
I can't.
Write that down.
Go.
That's a great T-shirt.
We'll just have a series of T-shirts that just talk about getting raped in different parts of the world.
Oh, man.
Got Shanghai in Shanghai. Got
Oh my
laid
God.
low in Frisco.
Oh, my God. Have you heard the song Dick Down in Dallas?
Yes.
Oh, I think so.
Of course. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good little tune. Who sings
It
that
is.
song?
Oh, Troy Lewis or something like that. Yeah. Some new guy, but I just remember a lot of my friends were like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out. And then I listened to it. I'm like, this is not the country song I signed up for, but it's so good because it's catchy. Like,
Oh,
you
it
don't
is.
think that it's like something so sexual, but it's good.
Some of the catchiest country songs are super dirty.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
What's his name?
David Allan Coe.
David Allan Coe.
Wheeler Walker Jr.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck you, bitch.
that's his biggest song.
Yeah.
Millions and
Well,
millions of
yeah.
listens.
My friend, he's from Greece, and he told me, we went to the Stampede, and he's like, I gotta tell you, man, I'm not really a fan of country music. I'm like, wow, that's because all they blast there is dog shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, listen to this. I put on Wheeler Walker Jr.,
Oh,
fuck you,
no.
bitch. And he's like, I like this. Yeah, this is good.
Oh, wow.
And I played him eating pussy, kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he liked that one too.
I know my brother's favorite was always like Dolly Parton's Tits or whatever. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like he played that one constantly. When he found that album, like you could not get him to turn it off. I was like, are you okay, kid? Like,
just killed
what's happening? Like,
that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
What's your go-to music, Terry?
Ooh.
Your country gal?
Yeah, I do like country. I kind of rotate between that and like pop, but also like rock, like some solid 80s rock.
Hell yeah. Some hair bands.
Yeah, 100%.
I've always been a big hair bands fan.
Yeah, especially
Def Leppard.
Yeah, that's just what I was gonna say. Actually, that's one of my favorites. No, they're classics. Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of jazz lately.
You like jazz?
I love jazz. Do you like jazz, Terry?
I'm impartial, really.
Yeah, it's kind of whatever. Like, what kind of jazz are you into? I had a friend that was very into that. So.
I listened to a lot of a guy named Wes Montgomery.
Okay.
Who some people call him the second greatest guitarist of the 20th century after Jimi Hendrix. He's just a really good guitarist, and I got introduced to his music because I play guitar and just always fascinated about different techniques and things, and started listening to this. I'm like, yeah, this fucking rocks. So then I listened to a lot of him, and then I got into listening to John Coltrane and Dizzy Gillespie, the guy who plays trumpet.
Yeah. No idea, Gump.
Yeah, like no clue either, but sure, they sound cool.
Well, they used to sell out auditoriums, you know. That used to be the cool kid music back in the day.
Back in the day.
I mean, they were all on heroin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Jazz was edgy back then. Now it's viewed as like lounge music. No, jazz was like the forefront of fucking avant-garde bullshit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Recently, I've gotten into some Ray Charles.
Hell yeah.
He goes hard, man.
Where do I know that name? Like,
well, the movie Ray with Jamie Foxx. He's a blind pianist.
I thought you almost said penis. I was like, what?
Well, I almost did. Pianist.
Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one, but
great movie. You know. Oh, you need to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, he does the one. She give me money when I'm in need.
No, that's Jamie Foxx.
Well, but isn't that Ray Charles?
No, Ray Charles does. I got a woman.
Oh well, yeah, that's the song. Isn't that the song?
No, Jamie Foxx.
Two different.
Yeah, changes the lyrics.
Oh, I didn't know that. I seen the Jamie Foxx clip of that.
But Ray Charles does "Hit the Road, Jack." Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. That's him.
Good to know.
He's done lots of stuff. Oh, he did like a couple albums with Willie Nelson, I think.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Ooh, have you guys heard of the new
Seven Spanish Angels? That's the one song.
Yep. Cody Johnson, in country coming up.
Cody Johnson, I know the name.
Yeah, he's put out some really good, like just solid like country, like from the like 90s, early 2000s. Like it's that kind of vibe, which I love.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he actually did a song with not only Dales Brisby, but he also did a couple with Willie Nelson. So that was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
I like how Willie Nelson's like fucking 85 or something. He still makes music.
Oh, I think he's older than that.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out with like a new album like a couple years ago, even like brand new music that it wasn't even re-recordings or anything.
And his daughter is an artist as well. What's her name? I just listened to Dad pointed her out to me, and I listened to a couple of her songs. I forget what her name is, but really good artist. Has a song with her dad.
That's
just
cool.
a really good sound.
Called Never Smoke Weed with Willie Again.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love how him and Toby Keith are like best buds.
Oh my God. Are they actually?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that song, I'll Never Smoke Weed with Willie Again, that was a Toby Keith song. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Based on our true story, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
Love that.
Yeah, they're pretty tight.
Yeah.
Good old Toby Keith. What's that guy up to these days? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Still probably drinking out of his red Solo cups, I'm sure.
Drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
300 pounds. Not the healthiest fella, but by God, he's living.
That's right.
He's doing his thing.
I was working with this kid last year. He's from Arkansas.
Yeah.
And he lives a few miles from a lake that Toby Keith always goes to. He has like a cabin out there.
I mean like the Ozarks there?
Could be. I don't know what part of Arkansas he lives, but
that's probably it. I think it would be the Ozarks. That's all man-made. It's all man-made lake down there, right? They built a big dam there in like I think it was like the 30s or 40s, and then made this huge lake that has a million different arms to it. So it filled up this whole river valley.
Yeah.
And so that's where, well, there's that show Ozark.
Yeah.
Based on that. It's based on like that huge lake. And I know that down there, that's sort of that's the getaway spot for most Texans, Oklahomans, Arkansas, anywhere around there. They all got property on that lake.
That's their Kookanusa.
That's the That's the Kookanusa.
Really?
Or the Shuswap.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Shuswap because it's got all those different like arms and stuff.
Yeah. That's cool though. I didn't know it was man-made.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I miss going to the lake. I haven't gone to the lake in forever.
Yeah. And we're going into winter now.
Oh,
Didn't get to go to the lake this year.
Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, the same here. But like, I always miss floating down the river. I've had some really fun times doing that shit.
Yeah.
And just burnt as fuck afterwards.
Yeah.
Terry, you look like you burn easy. Are you one of those
How
people?
did you know? Yes. Like, literally, I have a system though. It's called burn, freckle, peel. You may have heard of it. This is my life.
Walk us through this.
Oh, okay. So step 1, go out in the sun, burn. There is no tanning process.
Usually involves a 15-pack.
Yeah.
That helps.
Key ingredient.
100%. Kind of, it makes you stay out longer than you should. And then, yeah, once you know for sure you're nice and toasty and full of, lobster red color, you go inside, you just wait for that shit to freckle and then peel. That's it. It's brutal.
And you're one shade darker than you were before.
Yeah. No, seriously, like, I'll burn, but you can tell, like, where like your straps are and stuff in the back, and it's like, okay, like why, like how do I even have a tan when it literally just burned? Like, I don't know. And it'll last me seriously till like now, like start of the season. Yeah, it's brutal. Like I am pale as fuck. I've never lost what I call a pale off. I'll go, because people are like, oh, you're so white. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like,
never lost a pale off.
Yeah. Like I fucking slap my arm out. Like, look at that.
You are
Terri Huxley,
white.
the whitest of the whites.
Yeah. It's not something I'm very proud of, but I'll take it.
No, that's funny because until we actually got a kid of color in our school, I was the dark kid.
No.
Yeah, I was like the darkest kid in Linden School for years until
Wow.
we had some Cambodian
had
kids, and then they were actually darker than me. But
That's wild.
I was the darkest kid.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in my defense, it was self-proclaimed.
But it was real.
It was real.
You probably compared yourself to other people to be like, okay, I must be the darkest person here.
Oh,
like,
easily,
tan-wise. Yeah.
There was a couple kids that could tan as dark as me, but in winter, I was easily the darkest.
Yeah. I believe. Yeah, my best friend's the same way. Like, I don't know. We don't know her full lineage, so I'm like, there's got to be some native in there because like she's dark all year round. I'm like, how do you do that? Like her lightest isn't even like that would be my tannest, if not more so. Like it's wild.
Yeah.
Recently, we found out. Well, not recently. I guess. What, 5, 6, 7 years ago?
Nah, 4 years ago.
4 years ago, our dad did Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
And because we never knew what his lineage was, he was adopted when he was 2.
Right.
And found out that he was half Italian. We had no idea.
That kind of makes sense. Like you look very Italian almost.
He doesn't look so much Italian. He looks a lot.
I got the Scottish.
Yeah.
But me, I've always been curious why I've been so dark. And we thought, maybe a little, because we have heard of, there's like a great-great-grandfather there that's native. No, can't really trace it down, but I thought maybe it's showed up in me. But no, it's Dad's half Italian. So
Yeah.
we're a couple of Guidos.
Hey,
Italian stallions over here.
That's what I'm saying. The macaroni rugrats.
The macaroni rascals.
Oh, man.
That's what the Japanese call Jersey Shore. It's the macaroni rascals.
No.
Yeah. Found that out last week, and we named the last podcast that.
I think I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
The macaroni rascals.
God.
Classic. Wow. What a time to be alive.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, I want to go to Japan. I want to smoke whatever they're smoking there.
I just want to walk around Japan and just be like the tallest guy on the street.
Yeah. You get some looks, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not really that tall, and I'm sure there's a lot of tall Japanese people, but
never know.
on average.
Yeah, you go to Japan and like, I'm going to be tall, and then it just turns out there's a major volleyball tournament there in Tokyo, and so there's all these volleyball teams there, like 6'9".
Oh, maybe I'm not that tall.
That plan didn't work out.
Maybe I should just get off my high horse.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah, doesn't hurt to take a couple notches down.
That's okay.
I got a big ego.
Yeah, gotta take it down a peg here.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Yeah. No, I looked through all my ancestry stuff because I was curious, like, for, Huxley, there's like a community called
Sorry.
Chill.
This time it wasn't Terry.
Yeah. Surprise. Yeah, but no, I was wondering like what the significance was behind that because my last name is the exact same as a community that's in our county.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's got to be a connection. Like, there's no way there's not. No, turns out they named the town after this author from like the States or some shit. I was like, it had nothing to do with our family.
Really?
So I'm like, yeah.
Damn it.
That's weird.
Like,
so then, now that brings up another question. Was the town founded before your family moved there?
No,
or after you were there first?
We homesteaded in 1904 at like east of 3 Hills.
Right.
So yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, 1904 I believe was the year. So that would have been roughly the same time, if not a couple years earlier.
Than the town of Huxley being founded. So that's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
So here you are farming. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, there's a new town over there named Huxley. What?
Yeah.
No, we're Huxley.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because honestly, I'm at the point where I'm just like, let them think what they want to think. That's right.
Yeah.
My family's still here. What are y'all? While you were out, or while you were sleeping, I was out making moves.
There was an older gentleman here in Linden. His name was Linden.
No way.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see that every once in a while. You're like, is that
like,
the guy?
Yeah, you got to like stop. It's like,
is that the
Are
fella?
you the guy?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Spelled different. It was it was Lynden.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Linden from Linden.
Maisel.
Maisel from Maisel.
There was a native guy that Dad used to see at.
Oh yeah.
I think the processors. He was Morley from Morley.
Nice.
Yeah, a native fella from Morley.
That's cool. Wow.
Which goes to show just how inventive his parents must have been when they named him.
Yeah.
What are we gonna call him? We're in Morley, so we'll call him Morley.
Maisel. Yeah. Classic. No, pretty wild. I don't know. I always find the history of this area so interesting. Like,
oh yeah.
I don't know. I've read a lot of history books, a lot of different things around here, and it's just like, wow, it makes a lot of sense where we're at now. But it's just like,
it's very cool when you're at somebody's home and they have like their town book. Like I was in Bicycle at my girlfriend's parents, and they have a Bicycle book. And so I was flipping through, and I found their house. Their house was built in 1912.
Oh wow, yeah, that's old.
Oh no, it was even older. Shit. Anyway, old 1910 era.
Yeah,
and there's a picture of it in that book, and it looks a little different. It has a kind of an overhead garage. It's open, just a roof or whatever, so it's a little different. But it's like one of the original houses in that town, which is pretty cool, and it's in the book.
Yeah,
I love those old history books.
Or there's that one of what's it called? Footprints on Michiguan, which is it's about mostly around Sunny Slope area, down to Acme. It's sort of the western side of Neho County, and it details all the different families that moved out here. And it's interesting how many people in this area specifically came from like Ukraine, who were German, mostly Mennonites, German Mennonites.
I actually have a neat story
other
for
people
that.
coming from Ukraine to here.
So just east of Linden, do you know where the private Haldeman School is? Just east of town. Nursing home. Like if you're in Linden, go east of town, and the first this is like.
Oh, it's like that first, like it's almost like a church, or there's a new church.
Even between the church and the town, there's you head north on this kind of crappy paved road, but there's a whole bunch of acreages, and they're all 20-acre pieces. Well, they're all settled by Ukrainian Mennonites, and that's how they set up their farms in Ukraine. It's just 20-acre plots, and everybody was side by side, and everybody helped each other out, and that's how all these places were built, exactly the same as they were in the Ukraine. So that's kind of a neat little fact.
That is really neat. Yeah. No, I'm trying to think of my own lineage. I know it was like Scottish, but mostly like English and Dutch, and I think those were like the main. Oh yeah, the family from like Russia, but it was like Bessarabia. Like it's a country that's not even around anymore.
Yeah, Bessarabia is now Moldova, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Modern day. Bessarabia was just an administrative territory, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I have no idea. But yeah, I was just like, oh shit. Like, I didn't even know we were part. Like, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy when you can, if you're able to trace your family down where they were. Because I think some of our Esau family, they were originally in Oregon.
Yeah. So our great-grandpa was born in Oregon.
Yeah.
His father moved there from Pennsylvania.
Well, the reason they moved is even though they were 100 miles from the ocean, they're in a drought.
No way.
Yeah. Huh. It was so horrible dry there, they had to move.
Yeah. And they decided to move to Alberta.
No, northern Alberta.
Northern Alberta. Up, what the hell town is that?
Yeah, I'm struggling here. Where's
DeBolt?
DeBolt. Yeah.
DeBolt.
No, never even heard of that one before.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, no, fair.
Blink and you miss it.
Fair. Yeah. No, I get that. I think, because there's some of my family as well that was like it was like from England and then to the States.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a weird parallel because, so my family, they originally were from they settled in Youngstown, Ohio. So that was kind of like the area there, like for several generations. And then they moved up to a little bit of Montana, I think, and then Alberta. But like when they were in Ohio, I just thought it was interesting because it's like there's a Youngstown there, but there's also Youngstown I'm literally an hour away from.
Yeah, not even that far.
And I know a lot of people in that area. So I'm just like, that's a crazy coincidence as well. I find it interesting.
That is neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's so often too that when a lot of those immigrants from Ukraine or these, German farmers in what was Russia at the time, when they'd come over, they would just name the settlement that they started after the one that they came from.
Yeah.
So there's you go into, Manitoba and there's all these different town names. You can find the same towns back in Ukraine.
Yeah, I believe
all have the same names.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I find the history of towns and for me, my favorite history is homes. Like here, the place that I bought was built in 1952, but it was originally built for housing conductors for the railway.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah.
CN.
CP.
Was it CP Rail?
CP Rail?
No,
maybe?
it was CPR.
CPR, yeah.
Canadian Pacific Railway.
Yeah.
And was built in 1952 for housing workers, conductors.
That's neat. Yeah. No, the family house I grew up in, that one was built in the 1920s, I think, and they actually moved it from, I forget who owned it before, but it's been in our family, or it was for 80 plus years. This thing was old. Yeah. We literally, you could hear the mice scurrying in the walls and but it was home, right? It was 4 generations of Huxleys in there. But they hauled it by these old cats and just away they went. So
right on.
There's a
pretty crazy
place that I lived in just northwest of here. We call it the Establishment. I don't know if you ever were there or not. I don't think you were.
I don't think so.
But this house was built in 1908 and was ordered through Sears.
Yeah.
And came on the railway to
Didsbury.
Yeah.
And was brought out by horse.
Yeah.
Out to here and built by the Johnson family, I believe.
Yeah.
And then was it later sold to the Magleys.
Yeah. Well, there was some, I don't know if it was sold to them. I thought the Johnsons were part of that family or something.
Oh, maybe.
That's how it was. They were in-laws to the Magleys or something. I don't know. I can't remember totally. But that's part of Josh's lineage there.
Right.
Gotcha. So it's always been
been in that family.
Gotcha. They were just Johnsons and then maybe a Magley.
Yeah,
like a in-law or something.
In-law bought it or something like that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, I noticed Didsbury is a very big port for out this way. A lot of it came up to Didsbury because I know my great grandfather, when he settled to Carbon, he actually walked from Didsbury, that train station to Carbon, north. He literally said, well, I wasn't there obviously, but I was told by my grandparents that he would actually catch rabbits and he would use that as shoes. He would skin them and tie it up, and that was his shoes to walk across the bald ass prairie to get to his plot of land. It was crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
And I think I have it rough.
Yeah. Literally, I was like, there's no way. But yeah, that's what he did. It was insane.
I'm like, man, I need a new pair of loafers, and yet these gentlemen were literally wearing rabbits.
Yeah. Seriously.
Fuck.
It's amazing what 100 years can do.
Oh, wow.
That's insane.
Yeah, no, it blew my mind. That's for sure. I was just like, wow. And they even talked about too, like, I don't know if you guys remember hearing about like John Ware, like the Black Cowboy.
John Ware's Country. I read that book. It's a great book.
Yeah, I'd like to dive more into that. But yeah, again, my grandparents were talking about it. They're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like your great grandfather and them, like they used to go on the same cattle drives and stuff. Like they would know each other. I'm like, it would make sense. I mean, it's hearsay now, so you're not sure, but like it would make sense being that there's not a lot of people out here. Like, you know, cattle was the main thing for a long time.
Yep.
Like,
cowboys knew each other.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it sounds like, you know, there's lots of stories like that where, you know, John Ware, he worked on all different, you know, cattle drives and lots of different ranches, right? And so everyone just kind of knew him. And he was, you know, he's a bit of a prominent figure, not just because he was an old cattleman, but, you know, he's probably the only black guy.
Seriously, yeah.
North of the 49th. Yeah. So it's like, oh, well, he's the black guy. He's the only black guy in Alberta. So, but, you know, just that's a really good book if you read that one. There's one story in there where, I think at this point, John Ware had his own head of cattle. He had his own ranch started. Yeah. And some crazy winter came by and he had to put down like half of his, had to cull half of his herd because there just wasn't going to be feed enough for the rest of them.
Yeah, well, you'd have to. It's still like that today, basically.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, yeah. No, it's pretty rough, but...
It was desolate country back in the day.
Yeah.
It really was, like, wild times.
I get upset when ATCO's doing a little work on their power lines for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah, the fucking Wi-Fi won't work. I'm like, this is a third world country!
Yeah. We're suffering over here.
We're suffering.
This house is a prison!
Meanwhile, Terry's great-great-grandfather is skinning rabbits for shoes.
Yeah.
Well, at least he, you know, got some value out of the rabbit. He's not just stuffing his foot into a rabbit.
At least he skinned it first.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Ooh, it's still warm.
Ooh, toasty.
Keeps your feet warm.
Yeah.
If he's still alive, you'll keep warm.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask some more questions of my grandparents now because that shit always fascinates me. Like, yeah, wild though. I couldn't believe that when they told me. I was like, no. Like, there's no way they didn't even have a wagon or nothing. It was just fucking him.
Yeah, just walked.
Yeah, and he like, you know, they were Saudis too, like original sod house people, like all that shit. I was like, wow, that's wild. Yeah.
It is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Just over where my uncle lives, there's in the bank of a hill, there's an old doorway. And I believe that's an old sod house. Was once there.
Well, it was, and it was sod, but it was like built into that bank.
Yeah.
So they dug into the riverbank.
Cool.
And then they raised, whoever was living there, I don't know who the fuck or what's going on, but they raised foxes for pelt.
Cool.
So there's all these like pens built out of stones, field stones, so that the foxes couldn't like tunnel under.
Right. Yeah.
Because otherwise they would just break right out of there. So yeah, that's what whoever started that place. That's what they did. And then Lord knows where they ended up or what happened there. Cause
fur trade.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's overgrown there. I don't think there probably hasn't been a person there for 100 years.
Because I'm pretty sure
cool.
I seen the doorway. I went out there with somebody.
Yep, the doorway is still there, and it's all caved in now. But you can still see that there was some sort of...
Yeah, the fieldstone pens.
Yeah, the pens.
Can see those still.
Fox pens are still all around there.
Yeah. I've never even heard of like fox farming.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like,
it must have been some weird English thing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
No.
You'd be a real foxy farmer.
Foxy real grandpa.
Funny farm. Foxy. Yeah.
What do you raise, foxes? What?
Yeah, I got 20 head in the back. Built stone fences myself.
Exactly. Stone fences to keep the foxes in.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, the wife's making fox steak when I get back home there. Fox sausage.
Oh man, I don't even want to know what that would taste like.
I don't think it'd be very good.
No, I feel like it'd be gamey.
Oh, very gamey.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it'd be very good. No.
But I guess if it was just for the fur, who cares? Yeah. You can get some free meat out of it at that point. So do what you got to do.
Well, what I like about that, I like to imagine the people who lived there. They live in basically abject poverty because they live in a sod house and it's not great. But they're probably adorned in fox fur. Like which is like the most bourgeois fucking clothing.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a fox hat on with the tails.
Yes.
The tail and
one of those.
The little fox like with the face still on it.
The whole coat even.
The whole coat. Everything's sewn together.
Yeah.
Just decked to the nines, but living in a dirt house.
Yeah.
It's like, this is kind of backwards.
Yeah, a little bit. That's crazy. Yeah. No, I remember growing up, our neighbors there, they actually started, like, there was a bit of a boom for ostriches.
Huh.
So they actually started up an ostrich farm. And it was like, I remember these little things, like they were as tall as this like smart bottle, but they were just like, I don't even know how to describe them. Like they were dinosaur like. They were just these weird little fucking,
like when they were little babies.
Like they just like, like they're
because they don't have their feathers yet.
No,
well,
hardly.
They would look like velociraptors.
Yeah, like just little gray things. It was weird, but it was like really neat to see because I've never heard of that happening ever since. Like I just remember for a while there, they were like, "Yep, we have ostriches. We're on the beginning of this new trend. It's going to be a big boom in Alberta."
I think there were some people east of town here who had some ostriches too. I know there's some people around here who tried that, but yeah,
it fell through real fast. But the market did not stand.
Yeah.
But it was a trend. It was a while. Like I remember the eggs being painted and the
that
was a quite large eggs, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
One of those is like 20 chicken eggs or something.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, you can bake a whole 5 cakes with one of those fucking things.
Yeah, they're freaking massive. So yeah, just found that was interesting. So
there's a little funny farm just south of Linden here. I was working at it one day. Has he has what is it? The African. Oh, it's that bird.
It was a Tellus bird.
Yeah, like you know the
Tellus bird?
Tellus commercials always have wild animals.
Yeah.
Well, this one bird.
Oh, it's an African crane. That's
African
what it was.
crane, and it was the one that was in the Tellus commercial. I met a superstar.
You met a celebrity.
I did, and it was a fucking bird.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he stole your fucking pipe fittings too.
Well, he was. We wondered. It was the only animal on this whole place that was friendly to us. I worked for the gas co-op. We're just working on some gas lines, and this bird was super friendly. It wasn't scared of us. It would come up to us, and we had this little toolbox with pipe fittings, plastic fittings inside plastic bags.
Right.
And he would come up. He'd look. He'd kind of peck at stuff, and all of a sudden he grabbed this plastic bag and just took off with it. He was having fun.
He's a little thief over there.
Yeah. He knew what he was doing. Like this bird, he was always watching, but he was the only one that would come around, and it's so weird. And later we found out,
it's a Tellus bird.
It's a Tellus bird. All it knows is being around people, so it was all too friendly to be around people. Wow. You'd feed it, and it was really funny.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They got a camel down there too.
No.
Sometimes it gets out, I think.
Yeah, they even have one big ostrich. It's a mean-looking motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Oh, and some peacocks.
I hate those things.
They got some peacocks. One time I was driving in the fog. I was going to go get a haircut. It was like 8 a.m. And I see a peacock crossing the road in front of me. It's like super foggy. So it kind of just I see something coming out of the fog. I stop. And it's just a peacock. Disappears into the fog again. I'm like, ooh.
If that isn't a sign.
I got to go get a brain scan.
I was going to say, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? I got to go get a brain scan. I don't know if that was real or not.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I'd be like, who's fucking ostriches or whatever is that?
Who's bird?
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
That's why I like going on the local Facebook groups.
Oh my God.
Like Linden Communicator, Acme.
So funny.
Oh, I love that shit.
Oh, I gotta add myself to the Acme one.
That one's it's pretty bad.
A lot of bitching about kids having fun.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, I have to be on all of them. That's how I get all my news for the papers. Through those bitching pages. Seriously, and the stuff that comes out of there sometimes. Oh my God, is it funny?
There was somebody sent me. Oh, Sean might have sent me something from. He's out at Carstairs.
Yeah. And
he sent me an ad that was on like one of the Carstairs pages, and it was like selling like weird leather products, like pleather products, like
whip and chain type stuff.
It was weird. It was really fucking weird.
Oh boy.
I gotta find this shit.
Yeah.
It was bad though. Like Sean's
if you're getting into leatherworking, I mean, that's probably where you make the big bucks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
It's quite the trend right now. I mean.
No,
it's probably where you make a good amount of money.
I found it already. It was in the Didsbury, Alberta. Look at this shit.
Never worn. Black and red. XXL, but fits small. It's a corset. Oh, good to know.
Oh, that's what it is. That makes way more sense.
Why does someone have this to begin with?
Extra large, but fits a small. What the fuck is that?
It's a corset.
Oh my God.
You're supposed to wear it.
I love that shit.
I would message and be like, is it still for sale? Or be be like $20.
Is this still available?
We'll hang it here in the studio.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I love that XXL, but fit small.
Yeah, like what does that even mean? Like,
what is a corset? It's
all
supposed to make you
adjustable.
look smaller,
Yeah.
I guess. So
yeah,
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's too big for a small person, it's not going to do the corset thing.
well, if you can't even lace the bitch up.
Yeah.
How can you? Yeah. I don't know. That's a wild item to be putting out there to the world.
Oh, I've seen what really bugs me on like marketplaces. People like selling like food on Facebook Marketplace. It's like selling cookies and shit. And I was like, I get it, but it's like I feel like you should have some kind of like a different way of advertising for your cookies, because people go on Marketplace to buy like furniture and used Honda Civics and shit. I don't think they're going to be scrolling looking for like cookies.
Yeah. Or pies. Like, why would you sell food?
Yeah. I'm not going to drive in 25 minutes and get like a pie. Like I could just, I could go to an actual bakery.
Well, the Hutterites can just drive to you for free.
They can drop one off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where was I? I might have been in Raleigh. Somebody bought a bunch of corn. No, the Hutterites were there, and somebody was all stoked because they bought like 12 pies and a bag of corn or something.
Oh, it was wasn't that Kira?
Yeah,
it was Kira and Kylie.
Yeah, the Vanderkeels.
Vandercool girls.
Yeah. They were buying corn. Yeah, Kira was all stoked because she bought like 4 pies.
Yeah.
I seen those. I seen those girls in Raleigh, and they're gonna start a podcast called Sisters Radio.
Aw. How perfect.
They're big fans.
Yeah, we'll start a network.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Boosting each other's signals.
Yeah. Oh, I remember hanging out with I remember that was childhood. We'd go over there for birthday parties and shit at their place. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
Big partiers. They love partying.
Oh,
I love them.
Oh, so fun. Yeah. Wild.
So you want to shout out anything? Your podcast?
Yeah, I guess if y'all want to follow the Empaths and Egg podcast, definitely do that. Subscribe, give it a rating and review. Definitely check these guys out. Listen to all their content. Like, it's been a blast hanging out with you at Brothers Radio.
We'd appreciate it if you start a little later. Don't start with 1 and 2. Go to jump to episode 24. Let's say.
Okay.
It's all one great science experiment. This little thing we got going on.
Yeah.
So.
Totally worthwhile.
We're kind of struggling.
We're doing okay.
We're struggling comedians.
It's fine.
We're starving for our art.
Yeah. It's all good. So, the merch will be great once it's out.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So yeah, if anybody's interested.
Yeah. Check out my Instagram. That's always the biggest place that I'm normally hanging out at. So yeah, at Empaths and Ag podcast, and away you go. Feel free to message me, and yeah.
Right on.
If you're listening and you really want to know what she's all about, hit her up.
Yeah, I'm always around.
Right on. Well, thanks for listening, folks.
Thanks for coming, Terry.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.
We'll definitely have to have you back.
Hell yeah.
Because you're a very good speaker.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Peace.